Hi guys, welcome to Ijoba Global Media News, an entertainment YouTube channel where you get to watch and stream all trending news, visual ideas, and content emanating from the Ijoba Global Media about Yoruba celebrities. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Bye.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good morning. Wow. Just getting in. Alright. I told you I'm gonna be busy from Thursday till weekend. I took my for long. Who is this? Ah. Yeah, that's all. Who's this? Good afternoon, everyone. You miss me, but I notified you that I was gonna be busy. I let you know. Remember, I mentioned that I'm going to be busy from Thursday. Today, I'm just started to show me around before 10. I'm sorry, she fún yín around. Yeah, done. That's how it's going to be till Sunday. And then come Monday, Tuesday, I should be busy a bit again. But remember, the children are on holiday. So we have to give them their space. In case you don't get to see me often next week as well. The children are. The big one has finished in school. I want to shut on college in here. But you know when they still have just a few things to cover. But she will be officially out come, is it May, June? Completely and getting ready for uni by the special grace of God. Ọlọ́run á máa gbà fún wa. I'm here to talk about something else. We are not talking about the issue of London. Nation. It's not about Iwowo Nation today. She's not that important. We have done the needful and we'll do the rest. We don't have to make her too important. You know? We are very important on our platform. That's why she will do part 1 to 100. That's important too. She didn't hold us more than a few episodes and we'll end her case here and leave the rest for posterity and come out to serve her the more. So we are done. No matter what you do to her, you can bet me that Kama is serving her more than what we are doing here. Kama Funware, Onshemo. Maybe when next you will see her now, you will see her naked, stark naked in Ojo Oyinbo. Avoid beggar. Àbí kó mú kẹjà bẹ́ẹ̀ lálẹ́ kó lọ wanky. So she's not that important, like seriously. Don't give her too much attention. I'm here to talk about the trending video about Lande. Oh, I need to soak my leg in warm water. Like seriously, I am knackered, tired. Mo rún McDonald's gan jẹ délé ni pẹ̀lú coffee. Tí n bá ṣe tán pẹ̀lú yín sìn, I'm just gonna make myself some ginger tea. Stay in bed all evening. when I'm done. So now, to all the single parents in the house, let me see your hands up. I'm talking about single parents. To all the wonderful single parents in the house, let me see your hands up. I'm going to be opening the line for you this afternoon. Just pardon me that you don't get to see my face. We're going to be talking about that guy called Lande, Ijoba Lande. Ijoba Lande, tó sọ pé wọ́n wá lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. Honestly, you all know me, not until I know people. I don't know the guy, I've never spoken to him. But he's just one of those, young skit makers that makes me happy, that makes me laugh. I think I started watching him from IG, then to Facebook. I used to follow his skit with that of Ramota Kukuru yẹn tó máa ń pè láǹtì Ramota ọmọ yẹn. So mo máa ń follow wọn gan. He makes me laugh, especially when he's together with Ramota. I will laugh and laugh, at the skit, him being the teacher and Ramota being the student in his class. So manjeking. So when I heard that he was missing and was later found, it really made my day. Was he 2 days ago? Abi 2 days ago. Aba no call ni mo wà lórí live chat. Téèyàn sọ fún mi pé wọ́n ti rí Lande o. Me so dùn. Yes, I think it was yesterday morning. Before I left home. Ni mo ń gbọ́ pọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ti rí Lande, and I was so very excited. Pé at least wọ́n rí. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kọ́mọ wá sọnù, ọmọ wa ò nínú. Ní fojú sunkún ọmọ. Ìmọ̀ta lórí wa ò níṣẹ́. Ayé ò ní rán ọmọ wa níṣẹ́ àrèmábọ̀. Gbogbo ẹni tá bínú obìnrin tó dúró kọ̀kọ̀ tó ń rorú ẹ̀rọ wa. Ọ̀run á jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fákọ̀bí àtàbí gbẹ̀yìn àti fóun fúnra rẹ̀ pàápàá. So bí ṣe máa ń sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́kọ-láya láyé yìí ó ṣòro dá sí gidi gan púpọ̀. Báwo náà ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé èèyàn wà depressed? Nigerians, when are we ever gonna get it right? And all of you left the important to attend to the unimportant. Ẹ gbàgbé pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ lọ̀rọ̀ pé someone went missing. He was later found, and it was during the course of his, absence that we discovered that a lot of us attention were brought, to his depressed mental state. I could never have thought that guy had depression. How can someone who makes me laugh every now and then, someone who people can even use to take away their own depression, to wipe away their own depression, how can he now be later, diagnosed with depression? Ìyẹn ló ṣì ń yà mí lẹ́nu pé báwo lẹ ṣe máa sọ pé ó ní depression. And before we knew what was happening, everybody left his problem to focus on his wife. Wọ́n sọ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó gbé ọmọ mẹ́ta, ó gbé ọmọ mẹ́rin kan wá. Kí ló kàn yàn pẹ̀lú gbogbo yẹn? Nigerians, when are we ever going to get it right and stop, crucifying ourselves for no reason, just cause? Láì ṣe pé ó jẹ́ bí ọmọ oníwòwò tá à ń sọ yìí. Ṣé bí ìyàwó ni, a responsible young lady, tó ó ti bí ọmọ síta according to her own destiny. Does that mean she should not find love again? Let's assume pé kò tiẹ̀ bímọ fún Lande rárá. And ẹ̀yẹn bí Lande tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nínú background video. Sàn bí ẹni pé like ọmọbìnrin yẹn. Ó dàbí pé nǹkan tí gbogbo yín tẹ́ wà after more òun ni owó tí Lande tó make àti bó ṣe máa tọ́jú family. That is my own observations. Pé ó dà pé owó tẹ́ ń gbà lọ́wọ́ Lande fẹ́ kó ní ìyàwó. Now I'm going to bring, a lot of people's attention to nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀yìn báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ n lọ wò bóyá màá ṣe rí lọ́dọ̀ Latis náà. Because nígbà tí mo rí ó yà mí lẹ́nu gan pé báwo lẹ ṣe máa fi ẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ máa palàpalàpà. Ó dà pé nǹkan tó ṣe kókó sí yín jù Lande lélẹ̀. Lande nìyẹn tí wọ́n wá. Òun ni bọ̀bọ̀ tí wọ́n wá ẹni tó ń pè ní Lande rẹ̀. He's been missing and he's just been found. A nígbà tẹ́ ẹ rí nǹkan tó yà mí lẹ́nu jù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ ń tẹnumọ́ fún pé sọ̀rọ̀ kí ló dé tó ń bá parọ́ kí ló dé tó ń bá ṣe kíní kan. So he must have been one of those ẹbí family member. Ìkànnù wọn ló máa lọ pé ìyẹn jísmọ́ngà lóòótọ́ tẹ́ bá ní ká wo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó máa lọ gbé fún pé à ń sọ pọ́n léèyàn ó ti ń ṣe gángan rẹ̀ ò yá pé ó ti ń attempt suicide. Èyí tẹ̀yìn lọ bá ní pé ẹ fẹ́ rí pẹ̀lú obìnrin yẹn mọ́. Ṣé ẹ ti bá rí ìyàwó mi ni? kẹ́ tó gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ sáwọn fọ́rọ̀ àwọn blogger táyé wọ́n ti bàjẹ́ lórí Facebook ẹ jẹ́ wo ẹni tẹ́ máa gbọ́rọ̀ Lande fún. And let me tell you, àsìkò tẹ́ ń pariwo yìí tẹ́ ń ṣe kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìyàwó tẹ́ ń sọ pé kò sọ tòótọ́ yìí, it is not the right stage for ẹni tó ní depression. It will aggravate him the more and it will make his mental health deteriorate and things will go worse and he might even, silently go suicidal again. Nígbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní fura. Tẹ́ bá ń bá lọ báyìí tí ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ kó máa attack ìyàwó ẹ̀. Bí ẹ bá fẹ́ràn ìyàwó, àsìkò tẹ́ máa jẹ́ kó lọ kọ́ lásìkò tó nídìí èèyàn jù, because if there's anybody he has been used to constantly, obìnrin yìí ni tẹ́ ló ti bímọ 3 kan rí. Ọmọ bíbí ò kì í ṣe àrùn. Àwọn obìnrin kan wà wọ́n pè wọ́n ní single parent. Ó ń sọ nínú fídíò ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó ń lọ́mọ lẹ́nu pé ìyàwó òun gan ló mú owó aṣọ ẹ̀ ló kó papọ̀ ló kó fóun pé kóun fi kún owó tóun lọ fi ra mọ́tò Lexus. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ tún tẹnumọ́ pé irọ́ kó má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kó béèrè nǹkan tó fẹ́ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn, kí ló dé tó ń parọ́. Obìnrin kan wà lábẹ́ tó ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kí ló dé tó ń bu ara ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín, àwọn obìnrin àtọkùnrin kan wà èèyàn ò lè separate wọn mọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọkùnrin ló ti jóye láwọ́ ẹ̀ kò fomi lò tẹ́ pé nǹkan kan ò lè change nǹkan kan mọ́. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbọ́, tẹ́ bá separate wọn ẹ kò fẹ́ pa ọmọ títí yín ni, because wọn ò ní normal mọ́. Wọn ò ní normal mọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́rọ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ ìyá burúkú tó wà ní orí Facebook, ṣé ẹ ti wò gbésí ayé títí ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń ṣe ọkọ títí ẹ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín, ẹni tí ò ní nǹkan ò lè mọyì nǹkan. Admin, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ máa bá mi block red head. Yes, Adetola Taibat, I can read your message. Báwo ni ẹ ṣe máa ronú pé ìsìn tó ń ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rí èèyàn tí ò tiẹ̀ tí pé ọ̀sẹ̀ kan tí wọ́n rí, òun lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ káàkiri báyìí, lè ń crucify obìnrin yẹn, lè ń criticize ẹ̀. Kí ló ṣe obìnrin tó ti ní ọmọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ò lè remarry? Ọmọ títí yín náà tó fẹ́ Lande ṣé kò ti ní ọmọ rí ni? Wọ́n lòun náà ti ní ọmọ. Wọ́n lòun náà ti ní ọmọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Òun náà sọ lòun ti bí ọmọ ẹyọ kan, obìnrin yẹn náà ti bí 2. Àrírú ẹ̀rí afíndẹ́rù bọ́lọ́rọ̀ ni. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo obìnrin tó ti bímọ rí làwọn ọmọ wọn ń jẹ́ bùkátà fọkùnrin tó ń ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá fẹ́. Ẹ rántí pé nǹkan kan ládìyẹ ń jẹ kágbàdo tó dáyé. Àgbàdo dáyé tán àlékún oúnjẹ ló jẹ́, kò ń ṣe pé òun gangan lẹ́dìyẹ ń jẹ, kò ń ṣe pé òun nìkan ló ń jẹ tadá fẹ́dìyẹ kẹ́dìyẹ tó wá sáyé. Tó ti yé yín, so ẹ rò dáadáa kí ẹ tó bá lé ìyàwó yẹn lọ. Ẹ rò dáadáa tẹ́ bá wò ó nísìn, at the end of the day, ta ló ní depression? Lande ló ní depression. Depression ló kì í ṣe nǹkan tó máa ń lọ ní kíákíá o. It takes time. Ẹni tó bá léèyàn tó máa support ẹ morally, physically, financially, emotionally, òun ló máa ń tètè beat depression. Tẹ́ bá fi sí lonely state whereby he could not find anybody tóun lè confide in, tó lè jẹ́ agbọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ àfọ̀rọ̀ lọ ẹ̀, ẹ kò máa bá títí ẹ̀ jẹ́ dì mọ́ ni. Ó máa lose confidence ẹ̀ nínú ara ẹ̀. Ẹ̀rù á máa bá kó tó tún sọ mí síta ìjọ tó bá tún ní depression yẹn, tí wave yẹn bá tún high. Ó máa wò pé èyí tóun sọ síta ń jọ sí pé gbogbo Nàìjíríà pátá ló pa ẹnu pọ̀ mọ́ òun. Ó ní pé kò parọ́ Posh Diva. Did you listen, Posh Diva Ernie? Did you listen to his interview? He said she did not lie to him. I listened to him after pé òun kò lọ parọ́. In the interview I watched, he said, ọmọbìnrin yẹn ò parọ́ fún mi pé ó ti sọ fún mi pé òun ti ní ọmọ 2. Ọmọ 2 ló actually pé òun ti ní ọmọ. Ó lóun dẹ̀ sọ pé ibi táyé ò ti gbà wọ ìyá láyé ò ti gbà wọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Ó lóun fún ara òun lòun sọ fún pé òun wà okay pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ pé ó ní ọmọ 2 pé there's no big deal tó bá ní ọmọ 2. And please, obìnrin lọ́mọ 2 kò lọ́mọ ṣé wọn lè find the love money. Ṣé obìnrin lọ́mọ 2 kò lọ́mọ 2 ṣé kò lè find the love mọ́? Kí ló dé tí ò lè find the love mọ́? Ta ló pa? èèyàn lọ́mọ rí omi pé kí ọmọ tún rọ́kùnrin tó máa fẹ́ yàn gbogbo ọkùnrin tẹ́ ń rí àtọ olówó àtọlọ́là àìmọye mi inú wọn tó jẹ́ pé ẹ wo títí dórí àwọn lọ́balọ́ba ṣé bọ́ máa ń sọ pé ọlọ́ba fáṣínì nìkan náà ń fẹ́ àwọn ọba tí mo mọ̀ tán fẹ́ obìnrin tó ti bímọ rí tó já àwọn ọba ńláńlá ni o wàhálà wọ́n lé ní 15 tí wọ́n fẹ́ women with children àwọn obìnrin tó ti bí ọmọ rí ọ̀làjú ti dé everybody to conform to modernity like I do tell you kóná dídé ṣe máa sọ pé ọlọ́ba kan o wọ́n ní virgin ló máa fẹ́ o ọlọ́ba kan o wọ́n ní kinní kan ló máa fẹ́ o not anymore not these days anymore ṣọba fúnra rẹ̀ virgin ọba tán ti dó pa so ẹyẹ pàtàkì nǹkan tí ò ṣe pàtàkì ṣé obìnrin bá ọba virgin ni ṣọba tó ti lọ káàkiri tóun náà ti níyàwó 3 4 tó bá jàjà pàdé obìnrin tó ti bí ọmọ rí ẹjọ ṣe máa ní kó má fẹ́ ìjòyè tó ti lọ káàkiri tó bá jàjà pàdé ọmọ olówó náà tí hàn kó rí obìnrin mọ́ tó ti lọ káàkiri ṣé tó bá jàjà rẹ ni tó máa fẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọmọ ẹ̀ ní kó má fẹ́ tálákà náà tọ́lọ́ ń yàn fún pé lẹ́yìn bóun ṣe tálákà tó yìí o ẹni tó ti bí ọmọ rí ló tún sì máa yọ òun nínú wàhálà ká máa tọ́jú òun. It's not every time you see a woman pẹ̀lú ọlọ́mọdé tó lọ fi ọkùnrin ló máa jẹ́ pé ó ń gbé bùkátà wọn wá bá ọmọ yín èmi gan tún wá bá ọmọ yín gbénu bùkátà ara ẹ̀ ni ẹ parọ́ ẹ sọ pé ìyá ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń gbélé ẹ̀ ó sọ nínú interview ó ní ìyá ìyàwó òun kankan ò gbélé òun ó ní ilé tóun kọ́ sọ́nà mòwe bàfò ìwé ilé ẹyọ kan ó ní kán lọ́bẹ̀ ilé kékeré ó lóun fi rẹ́ǹtì ó ní ìyá ìyàwó òun gan ò mọbi tí ilé wà débi pé a sọ pé wọ́n ń gbé bẹ̀. You people can lie on social media. You can báwo náà ẹ máa ń sọ ẹ ti lè fabricate lies. You fabricate stories and you start to trend that online. Why? He said it pé ìyá ìyàwó òun ò mọ bí tí ilé yẹn wà. So èyí tẹ́ ń fọ́ọ̀lù fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń follow fún story burúkú ni. It is you people that should go back and watch his live chat. He just debunked that he never said so. He said the house he has in Mowe, that his mother-in-law has never been to the house, not to talk of even living there. Why if he came to you for help and you do not have money, don't say because you don't have money and next thing is to start lashing out your aggression on his weather. Why can't you go to him? How are you sure? Where are your evidence? Gbogbo ilé táwọn blogger wá ń gbé nonsense sọ fún yín. Ó ní pé òun ò ìyá ìyàwó òun ò gbé pẹ̀lú òun. Ó ní problem òun kọjá nǹkan tẹ́ ń wò. And he admitted himself that he is depressed. And instead of some people tí wọ́n ní ọpọlọ kan máa sọ́nbẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ pé this is not the right time to be shouting, to be yelling at him. Because all of you don't even know what they call depression. You don't know the signs. Olówó ní depression, tálákà ní depression, kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè wà depressed. Ọmọbìnrin yẹn dẹ̀ ń ké ó ní pé òun ò mọ nǹkan kan pa ẹ̀sùn tẹ́ ń fi kàn òun. Tẹ́ ń sọ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń bá náwó. He himself said it now. Ó ní ìyàwó òun ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ó ní ó ń ta aṣọ. You can tell that his family they don't like the lady. You can tell that they don't like her. My advice for any intending wife, single mother or not, if man's family pedigree is the #1 consideration, they can make life a living hell. I'm telling you. Yemisi Olufemi, is he not someone that is in his, right state of mind that will sort out his priority? This is somebody that can, at any time, that can flip. Ṣebéyàn tó bá ní steady mental state. Ṣebó ló lè ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn. Yemisi Olufemi, what if he's not even capable of thinking for himself? The father is talking to us 1 minute and we are laughing. It does not mean that his mental health is okay. And Nigerians pẹ̀lú ìkà. Nigerians with being insensitized pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan kan. Láì ṣe ìtọ́ pé ẹ wo this man that just lost his child. I don't know what is wrong with Nigerians, mentality at times. Someone that just lost a child, forgetting the fact that he's going through some emotional, situation right now. Because he went to take a second wife, because all those you're ranting and backing, it's not going to stop anything. Whatever it is that you can do to heal people at the moment, Nikeshe, and leave the rest. Their mistake, their past, later and so it's not in it's not in our home book to judge. Nígbà tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ irú ọmọ oníwòwò tá ń sọ tó lọ fún ara ẹ̀ má ṣe wòwò má ṣe aṣẹ́wó ara ẹ̀ káàkiri sọ́dọ̀ oríṣiríṣi ọkùnrin irú àwọn yẹn lè báṣì deliberately ló fi ń trade ara ẹ̀ náà pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi ọkùnrin tí ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe ọkàn tí ò ń ṣe méjì ìyẹn ọ̀tọ̀. But now talking about àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn, things happen naturally, things happen accidentally. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tẹ́ pé we ourselves ní control over. Ní control over ẹ̀. Kẹ́ máa worú ìyá wèrè ẹ̀sà madness, ẹ máa worú ẹjọ́ òṣì tó ń dáńbẹ̀ yẹn lánàá. Ẹni tí ò nírú ẹni ò lè mọ iye ẹni. Ẹni tí ò nírú èèyàn, and pé òun tí ó máa fẹ́ ṣàtàché ni mọ́ oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn. Kóun ṣá máa ṣàtàché lọ ń tiẹ̀ ní títí ẹ̀. Mo ń bọ̀. Ṣé nìkan ni mo rí láti sinẹ́ tó ń ṣe ṣó lórí ẹ̀ ni? Like seriously, mi ò rí ibi tí àwọn èèyàn ti máa ń ṣe bí mi ò mọ̀. Iṣẹ́ ló bí ṣe wo kílí ẹ̀ mọ́ wò pé àwọn èèyàn tó máa tiẹ̀ ti wá sí wín gan nílùú Nàìjíríà pàápàá máa ti pọ̀ ju nǹkan tó wà ńlẹ̀ lọ. That's how it looks. Bí ẹ pé problem everywhere gangan ni. Wow. Where is the latest thing I was watching earlier on today? So ẹ máa ro dáadáa mi ò rí irú ẹ̀ rí. Ṣé èèyàn tó ti bí ọmọ rí ṣé kò yẹ kó tún find the love ní yálà ọkùnrin àbí obìnrin? Àìmọye ọkùnrin tán ti bímọ káàkiri. Ọmọ mélòó ni Nedinwoko ti bí kó tó lọ fẹ́ Regina ọmọ 19 years. Nígbà ọmọ 19 years ti máa dìde ẹ̀ láyé ẹ̀. Ẹni tó ti fẹ́ bí ìyàwó mẹ́jọ ló lọ fẹ́ ọmọ 18 ni. Ṣé ó tẹ̀ tó 19 kó tó fẹ́ Nedi? Ṣé kò ṣe 17 bí 18 ni? Tá a pariwo. Ìkò tí pé 21 bí 22 sí lọ́wọ́ nsìn ọmọ yóò lé ju 22 lọ ó sì ti bímọ méjì. Kò ṣe wò pé ó ti lọ káàkiri ó ti bí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òun bí àwọn tó ju òun lọ. Ọmọ bíbí ò kì í ṣe àrùn. You see, women are meant to be in position of mothers in the lives of their men. We are meant to be in the position of their mom. We are meant to be their advisor, their friends, their carer. Aláàrin fi wọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọn. When they go for matured ladies at times, lè fi wé àwọn ọmọ kékèké. Because if you look at the Dara pẹ̀lú Lande, àfi bí ẹni pé is either keep Dara were a bit older because she sounded more matured. Looking at her, usher him in when he was just coming out of the car gbogbo ẹ̀ máa rí pé ọmọ yẹn wà calm. Lè fi obìnrin tójú ẹ̀ ti rí. Lè fi wé ọmọ tójú ò ti rí. Ẹ gbé fún àwọn single parents níbẹ̀ yẹn. Single parents tó responsible ni mò ń sọ o. Yóò sọ èyí tí ó responsible. Obìnrin bímọ rí kò sí nílé ọkọ mọ́. Ó sì lọ fẹ́ mi. Ìyẹn ò make her irresponsible. At least ó ṣì ń attempt láti wà lábẹ́ ọkùnrin kan. Lande kò sí owó kan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ká máa ní pé bóyá irú owó tá à ń sọ tí wọ́n lè fi gbáyàn yẹn kò sírú ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ẹ̀rọ dáadáa kẹ́tì ẹ̀ tó sọ. Is it easy for obìnrin tó pretty bẹ́ẹ̀ láti put up pẹ̀lú ẹni tó ní depression? Look at that guy. Kí ló ń pe orúkọ ọmọ tó wà lọ́dà side? Olamide Sulaiman. Ọmọ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ṣé lọ́mà ni àbí lásìmà lẹ́ máa ń pè lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn àwọn tó ń kólẹ̀. Look at him crying every day, begging people to go and beg his girlfriend to come back. Who is going to offer herself missing olomori gan to go and be caring for them? They need carer as well. If they were to be abroad, tó máa rí pé chronic depression ni, wọ́n máa fún wọn ní carer títí wọn ni that will sit with them. If you have been there before, if you know what depression does to people, then you will know he needs a friend at every point in time. You see all those his family. Some of them will only fight for their own pocket, for their mouth. When they are done, all of them will pack their things and go. The day this guy will wake up from sleep, thinking he might flip over anymore. The day he will feel only look left and right, that he will just walk out of the room again to go and jump inside the well. God forbid. Nobody knows. He needs someone beside him always. If he has children, it is even okay. He has just one child. They had, a child together again, which is okay. If the lady can even bring the children she had before, the more the merrier in the house. You see, depressed people, when they have people around them, I'm telling you, wọn ò ní ronú. Ó ti lọ ṣiṣẹ́, ọmọ yẹn náà ti lọ ṣiṣẹ́, daddy welcome ele bọ́bá tẹ́lẹ̀, wọn ò ní ronú. Iye ayé láti bá kéèyàn fẹ́ oníyàwó méjì, ó mú sọ fún yín. Àwọn Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá gba àwọn Dangote lọ́ba níjòyè gbogbo wọn náà fẹ́ obìnrin tó ti bímọ rí, kò sí big deal kankan bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ gbàgbé òṣì. Ẹ gbàgbé ìranù. Èèyàn kan ló máa fẹ́ èèyàn kan. Èèyàn kan ló máa fẹ́ èèyàn kan. Èyí tó bá kọ́lẹ̀ lánàá, àwọn kan náà kọ́ láwọn yẹn náà tún máa lọ fẹ́. Èyí tó lówó kan kọ́lẹ̀ lánàá, àwọn kan náà kọ́ láwọn tún máa lọ fẹ́. Fairly story now. Ọmọ yẹn fẹ́yàn bí kan rí, ó fẹ́yàn bí kan rí, so F what? Ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ́mọ títí ẹ̀ náà, she's a proud single mother. Kò dẹ̀ fi àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ bò gbogbo eléyìí tẹ̀yìn ten pancake fún wọn yẹn. Lande ní kẹ́ má parọ́ mọ́ òun, ó tún sọ pé ó ní don't lie on me. Now I didn't say so. He kept saying I didn't say so. Stop lying on me. I did not say that she's torturing me. And you say for someone that is depressed, Papa, let's assume pé ó sọ pé wọ́n torture òun. Do you know what depression means? Depression a máa rí ẹni tí ò hot ẹ̀ rí, ó lè sọ pé òun ló fẹ́ pa òun. Ó lè ní she's trying to kill me. Go and read about mental health before you judge. Wọ́n lè jọ wà nínú ilé bẹ́ẹ̀ kó máa pariwo pé this woman wants to kill me. In abroad, they will find out evidence. They will, keep a close eye on them. Because ó lè máa rí picture ẹlòmíì nínú ìyàwó ẹ̀. Ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó exist rí. So don't let any blogger brainwash you. Come on, yà yín wèrè lọ lẹ́ nípa mental health first before you talk. Ó lè rí ìyá ẹ̀ tó bí kó sọ pé òun hate màmá òun, pé mọ́mí òun ló yọ sóun, ó fẹ́ pa òun lójú oorun. That is what they call mental health. Depression, chronic depression nìyẹn. Ó lè jẹ́ àwọn tó máa tọ́jú ẹ̀ gangan ló máa sá fún. It depends. Àwọn tó máa ń rate ẹ̀ ni wọ́n mọ̀ rate. There's one they call hallucination. There's one that they will be hearing voices. Ó lè ní voice ìyàwó òun lòun gbọ́. So depression pé oríṣiríṣi. Wọ́n lè lóun hallucinate. Ìkan wà ó lè lóun gbọ́ inner voice tó máa ní kóun pààyàn. Ìkan wọ́n lè, differently. A lot of àwọn èèyàn tá jọ ń pò lórí Facebook, when I look at some of them, mo máa ti study wọn débi kan, mo kàn máa ń conclude ni màá dẹ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Kò ṣe pé mo máa ń dédé dákẹ́ fún wọn àbí bí ọ̀dẹ̀. No, because I know that possible kí nǹkan mi kó máa chop brain wọn lábẹ́lẹ̀. Èyí tẹ́ ń wò mí lè máa rẹ́rìn bí ṣe ń dáhùn padà tí mò ń bú wọn padà. But deep inside me, mo máa wo mí inú wọn máa dẹ̀ feel pé eléyìí nǹkan mi ti ń deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. You understand? Máa wò mí pé nǹkan mi ti ń bá po. Eléyìí ò ṣe ojú lásán. Òun làwọn èèyàn sọ yẹn, wọ́n ní schizophrenia wà. Schizophrenia wà, grandiose delusion wà. But someone said ìyàwó òun ò bá ṣe òun. Ó tún ní hey, ẹ má parọ́ mọ́mọ́ lọ́mọ. Ẹ má parọ́ mọ́mọ́ lọ́mọ. Ó ní ṣe fẹ́ kóun parọ́ mọ́ ni. Ó ní ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń tì mí pé kí n parọ́ mọ́ ìyàwó mi. Ó ní ṣe fẹ́ kí n parọ́ mọ́mọ́ lọ́mọ ni. Ó ní títò òun wà lára òun, but ẹ má parọ́ mọ́mọ́ lọ́mọ. Ó lóun ò ní problem pẹ̀lú pé ó lọ fẹ́ ìyàwó wa. So why are all of you updating on your wall? Pé wọ́n gbọ́ ọmọ lọ́mọ ní coming. Wọ́n ti gbé ní maga. Wọ́n ti fọmọ jù lórí. Àìmọye àwọn ọmọ yìí mí pàápàá tí wọ́n lè fún yàn lóyún tí wọ́n lọ́mọ. Tí wọ́n ní low sperm count oríṣiríṣi health issue. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jàjà róbìnrin kọ́mọ wá fẹ́ wọn. Ṣọpẹ́ ti yín. Fact. Káṣírí wọn má bàa tú. Àìmọye ọkùnrin mi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín. Tí wọ́n ní health issue títí wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jàjà róbìnrin tó ń kọ́ ọmọ bọ̀ láti ibì kan ṣe bó máa bá yín bọ́mọ tí yín láṣìírí ni wọ́n máa pè ní bàbá kinní kan. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá lásọ tọ́nú wọn lẹ́ máa sọ pé ẹ má dáwó káwọn ọmọ yẹn láti ìta wá fẹ́ bọ̀ dání o. You are not even meant to say. so kẹ́tọ́rọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan máa shift blame orí single parents, single women. Ẹ rò ó ìmí ẹ kò máa fi tọ́mọ tiyín láṣìírí ni. Ó ní bọ̀bọ́ kan tí mo máa ń wò lórí bíbá yìí. Kí lorúkọ, ó ní ara àwọn bóyá bí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ni àbí nǹkan kan. Ẹ ti mọ̀ bí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ báyà bí àwọn KNS yẹn ni bọ̀bọ́ yẹn. Ó ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ó ti lọ tóun àti Yewé jọ búra wọn gbà kan. Àdàbà Síónì, yes. Tẹ́ bá mọ̀ Àdàbà Síónì yẹn, tẹ́ bá mọ̀. Every time he's depressed, he needs help. And this is how people will be alerting and alarming us that something is wrong with us, but we will rather laugh and make jest of them and mock them with their situation. Every time the guy, a whole woli. You know, I noticed some time ago that he's depressed. You will see him come online and then he will talk about his former wife that left him. The lady just packed out of his house, and I can bet you for almost 2 years now, the guy has not gotten himself to Timoshen Soy. He's still wailing, he still put up update. I'm talking about the Adabationi. You know, instead of laughing, at times I just read and pass by, but this guy needs help. He needs help. He needs help. Do you know the guy I'm talking about, Susan Mason? Do you watch him, that Adabationi? He needs help. He's telling people that he cannot go on without the woman. He's telling everybody that help me bring my former wife back. Even if the former wife will not come back, somebody needs to support him, you know, morally, mentally, emotionally, for him to heal and go past that stage, and for him to accept the reality that she's never coming back. It's never easy for depressed patients to move on. Some hold on to past relationships. Some hold on to, terrifying present relationship to one professor or sister. Some does not even need all those pity ten fún wọn yẹn. Nǹkan mi ni ọ̀rọ̀ wọn need kò ń ṣerú pity ten yẹn fún wọn yẹn. Maybe this guy is financially crashed and he needs help. Because he said he bought a Lexus. He's doing well with his kids, making. Eléyìí kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ is báwo ni ṣe máa pè é? His clarion call is not for he didn't make his clarion call for money raising. Bí mo ṣe wò. It is for mental health situation òun pé òun need help. He raised that voice. People raised that voice fún pé Lande has been depressed. Then suddenly one evil blogger somewhere just started putting in, unverified stories about his wife. Are you ready to be his wife when you chase this one away? Because this lady is not leaving him now. If this lady were to be leaving him, then it would be another story. The way Esawere was going, bashing the lady. Is she ready to go and be Lande's wife or to give her daughter to Lande? Why take him fi tinile ke fetele ke ye palapalapa? Fetele e ma palapalapa rada. Ke lo ye ke koko wo ke to wo lapalapa. The guy is sick. You see that Susan Mason, you see her, that Ogosioni, Abi Adabationi. Yes, he needs help too. You know, some men cannot just move on after separation. I'm telling you. I'm more your low me not take one come more and be a back on by be any one for ya wearing. I always tell people that when you go through divorce or separation, make sure you are healed. Make sure you will not use each of your day to be wailing and crying about ìyàwó tó lọ àbí ọkọ tó lọ kó tó move into another one just to pepper them gang. But a lot of people don't understand why you don't need the pepper them gang. You don't need it. You need to heal from the past hurt first. Kó tó ṣe pepper them gang tell me ogbe tó yẹ pé o mọ̀ pé nínú ilé this is not the woman you want, this is not the husband you want. Èyí tó lọ yan ọkùnrin ṣì wà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. You have to heal. Kó rí pé mind that you were ready láti accept the separation. Your head can process it. But yes, it has happened, it has happened. You accept the reality of the breakup. Then you can move on and find love again. if your heart, your emotion is still tied to the partner to law, oh, they move on láyé. So a lot of men, they are going through a lot. But boy, you try láti sọ fún yín pé ẹ má separate òun pẹ̀lú girl yìí. Òun ò ní issue pẹ̀lú ìyàwó òun o. Kò lè sọ síta pé ẹ má bá òun lé lọ o. Ó ń wojú àwọn àǹtí ẹ̀ pé ẹ̀dẹ̀ fi ọmọ ọlọ́mọ sílẹ̀. Ṣóhun sọ fún yín pé ó ní òun lára. Àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀yẹn dẹ̀ ń tẹnu mọ́ pé irọ́. Mò ń bọ̀ o. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń ké yìí. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń ké yìí. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń ké yìí. Ṣé ó máa ṣe. Ẹ máa gbọ́ wọn àwọn family ẹ o. Hold on. I'm going to play the part 2 for you again. It's not nice. It's not nice, you know. You don't go scattering people's homes. Bẹ́ẹ̀ now. Kódà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa lọ tẹ́ máa dálé onílérú nìyẹn tẹ́ máa balẹ̀ wọn jẹ́. Ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ ń dá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí social media. Ẹ̀yin túlétúlé.
Wọ́n ti fẹ́ frustrate bọ̀bọ́ yìí.
Mo ń bọ̀.
Ó ẹ̀ bọ́ tanulé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ni kọ́kọ́ ni máa. Àbí wọ́n náà wo bóyá mọ́. Ó ẹ̀ bọ́ tanulé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ni kọ́kọ́ ni máa gbọ́ eléyìí because ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nínú marriage ẹni tí ó sì ń lé ọkọ.
Ẹni tí ò sí ní ọkọ lẹ fẹ́ kó máa bá yín darí ilé yín ẹni tí ò mọ bí marriage ṣe rí tí ò lè mú títí ẹ̀ dání dúró.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ kì í jà ń bọ́ ẹ̀ ṣe ní jà. Ìwọ ló perfect tó yẹn ni. Orí ẹ̀ náà máa dà lé.
Ṣẹgbà àwọn family ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn òun ni láti sinẹ́ mo wò àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ náà àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n Lande náà ń sọ fún mò ń bọ̀ náà ń sọ fún mò ń bọ̀ o.
Welcome on board.
Mo ń bọ̀ ẹ hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. Mo wà lórí live chat o. A wà lórí live chat. I'm sorry about that. So ẹ máa wo bí ìyá ọkọ which is ẹ̀gbọ́n Lande. Ẹ wo bó ṣe pariwo pé orí ẹ náà máa dá lé so definitely it's so glaring pé wọ́n like baby yẹn. Wọ́n lè má like ẹ nítorí pé wọ́n believe pé ṣẹ́ni tó ti bímọ rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ní Lande lè fẹ́. Ó lè já wọn gangan náà máa wà lára àwọn contributing factor to his present state of health. Ó lè jẹ́ àwọn gan ni. Kí ló lè tó yẹn ṣé ẹni tó ti bímọ rí ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọkọ ni. Hello?
Hello, yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ wà jẹ́ káàárọ̀ mà.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mo wà lórí live chat o.
Ejo, yeah, Momo, 1 second, Ejo, I'm going to contribute to Lande because I was going through the same thing. Sure, you understand?
Okay.
And it's just unfortunate. We pay the way time when you're come from Bobo and left and right.
Okay.
Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
If for everybody, for 513 people that are watching you on your live show now,
Yeah.
I want to seize this opportunity to tell everyone that depression is real. And you see, when we are talking about depression, it has to do with brain. It connects with brain. Someone sọ pé àwọn èèyàn ya wèrè ní Naija. It's not pé ogun ayé ń ṣèyàn. Depression can lead you to run mad. I will give you an example. I cannot go in details, but I just want 1 or 2 people to learn from this because some people are even going through this, but they don't even know. Okay? About 2.5 years ago, I didn't see it coming. And you see some problem that you did not see coming, that you were not prepared for.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to marriage. It gets to you differently. My 11 years marriage pack up. I didn't see it coming. You see, when you sleep beside your husband and you wake up in the morning and he said, "Whoa, I just want to move on." And you say, like, are you joking? And within 24 hours, he moved out of the house and he went to rent an hotel, sleep there for like 4 days, and moving with somebody that is old enough to be your mother.
That's your own personal experience now.
That is me. I'm talking to you right now. This is me. This is not Oro Shellesi. This is me. You can see my picture. You can see how beautiful I am.
Yeah.
I am going to be a grandmother in the next 4 months by the grace of God, as you are seeing me. My marriage ended. I have 2 grown-up guys and I have 2 beautiful daughters. Okay?
Wow.
I started when I was early, but I lost my first husband a few years after. Then I remarried to this man. But the fact we went you get? But you just want to stay married. The guy is good. When you tell me you have 4 children in the beginning and ended up that it was 11 children. And I still battle with it. Brought 4 of them to America. We were staying together.
He didn't tell you. He held on. He told you he had 4 children.
From 2 different women.
Okay.
But when I had my first daughter with him, I discovered his children were 11.
You had all your children for him, or you had children from previous marriage too?
Okay, so my previous marriage produced 2 boys.
Okay.
They are grown now. My first son is married already and expecting his first child.
Wow. So you had 2 children for him?
Then I had 2 children. The first one I had for him, sure you understand?
Yeah.
I'm talking about 10 years ago now. I was 6 months pregnant when I discovered that he has 11 children.
And by that time, you already helped him to bring in some of his children from Africa.
I was 7 months pregnant then. Me, Lejenyumo.
Help one man,
Hold on. He's a citizen.
Okay.
But just that
Okay.
So, nítorí pé kò fẹ́ kí n mọ ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ dé ó ti mo aṣáájọjọ ṣe ṣá èmi kọ́ mo bá gbá ọmọ ẹ̀ wọlé òun ló fi ìgbé ara ẹ̀ gbọ́ ọmọ wọlé but at the end of the day ní ó ti wá ń ṣèwé yẹn kò sọ fún mi ìgbà tí mo máa wá mọ̀ mo ti bímọ tán mo rí dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yẹn bí tó tọ́jú ẹ̀ sí ni so I left. AJ, don't let me go into details because of the people that know me.
So ìgbà tẹ́yìn kúrò yẹn ṣé irọ́ tó pa fún yín yẹn ló mú yín kúrò ló depress yín?
Nǹkan tó mú mi kúrò nìyẹn, but I couldn't move on. I was young. I don't want to start marrying. So I said to her after 1 year, I moved out of the States. I said to her after 1 year, then we came back together after 1 year. Then we moved from, the condition was we moved from the state, the incident yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀, tí ó ti parọ́ fún mi, tí àwọn èèyàn tó mọ̀ wá ti mọ̀, tó ti ń wò mí pé ṣọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ ni, ṣé kò mọ̀ pé bọ̀bọ́ yìí lọ́mọ tó pọ̀ ni. And he told me he doesn't have any wife. Only 4 wife tó bímọ fóun, tó bí méjì fóun ló ti lọ fẹ́ àfà kan, ó ti bí ìbejì síbẹ̀. Meanwhile irọ́ ni, ilé wọn ló ń gbé. Agency, don't let me.
So kini yẹn ló depress yín ṣá, so ó depress yín.
No, don't depress years mi kọ́ nìyẹn. So we were together, we were living happily. Everybody knew us. We were living a good life. We have happy family together. So mo bí ìgbà tí mo padà sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, mo wá bímọ kan sí, ó wá jẹ́ obìnrin méjì.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Then I want bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé we are fine. Then I want kó ọmọ mẹ́rin wá láti Nàìjíríà. Èyí tó kéré ní ọmọ tó wá láti Nàìjíríà was 3 years old.
Wow. 3 years old.
Ọmọ yẹn wá pé 12. Yes, ọmọ yẹn wá pé 12. Èyí tó gbé wá láti ni o. Eléyìí àwọn mẹ́ta tó kù. Ẹ má jẹ́ sọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe nínú ìgbésí ayé àwọn ọmọ yẹn bọ̀ gbogbo èèyàn.
So ẹ̀yin lẹ tọ́ ọmọ ọdún mẹ́ta yẹn wọ age 12.
Mo gbé wọ age 12. Ọmọ yẹn
wow.
Ó kó jáde ní November. Ọmọ yẹn máa pé 12 ní March. Ó dẹ̀ kó jáde, ó dẹ̀ kọ́ àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin lọ. Ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ yẹn náà assist mi láti tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ méjì kékeré tí mo ní. Ó dẹ̀ dájú mi, ó dẹ̀ kọ́ ọmọ yẹn lọ, ó dẹ̀ gbaṣọ lára mi. So mo wá fi iṣẹ́ cover up. I now started working. I started working. But when the reality was set in, AJ, it was 1 year, 4 months later. I started hearing voices. I didn't know I was depressed. I thought I was moving on. I wasn't moving on. I was covering with my job. I would be driving on highway and the voice would be saying, like somebody is sitting beside me and talking to me. AJ, this is me. You can see my picture. That is my number.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
And I'll be hearing voices. I didn't speak up.
Wow.
Then later, my bones will be paining me. Like bones. Not that around Romy, bones all mama to me. Then I have one friend that I confide. I say, I am tired. My brain is tired. Like something is in my brain. My brain is heavy. Then I went to see my doctor. Then he told me, he said, you are going through a chronic depression. What is going on with your life? And I told him, he said, no, you need to mourn. You are not mourning. You need to mourn that loss. Because what is happening to you is like somebody died for you. You need to mourn that loss. Not until you grieve and you are completely grieved. That is when you will be fine. For whoever knows that is on this program, I was on fluoxetine 10 milligram, and I was on buspirone 10 milligram. For whoever you can Google it and see what that medication is. That is for anxiety and depression.
Wow.
Then I started getting my life back gradually. I'm still on the medication. I started getting my life back.
You are still on the medication now, Abby?
I'm still on as you are seeing me, I'm still on the medication. It is not something you can stop immediately. Because so along the line, I thought I was getting better, so I stopped it. But when I break down again, I almost ran mad.
Jeez.
I pick up my key. I didn't step out of my room for 3 days. Mo wà nínú ilé mi for 3 days. No yàrá mi jáde. Wọ́n kanlẹ̀kùn yàrá mi tì mí, brush mi, ìwẹ̀ mi ṣe. Tí bá ti fẹ́ ní attack yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, mo máa tilẹ̀kùn mọ́lẹ̀. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to pick phone call. I will lock myself in the room. I will brush. I will bath for 2-3 days. Then my children were like, okay, ìyàwó ọmọ mi wá gbọ́ ọmọ mi pé okay, eléyìí ti kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. Mommy, you don't do this. This is extreme. Then if I don't think I pick up my car and I drove all the way to the beach. I parked my car by the beach and I sat there for so long and I off my location. They started looking for me. AJ, depression is real. Okay? Depression is real.
Yes,
For
I know.
If Lande family or anybody happens to hear this, that guy needs to see a doctor. See, this thing has to do with brain. When you are depressed, your brain is heavy. You cannot think straight. You cannot, you think, you will feel like, oh, why am I stagnant in one place? Why is God not answering my prayer?
I know.
You see, no, it is the brain is heavy. You have too much going on in the brain. Headache will set in. And see, Oreo, but it set too. Body system weak. Then from there I started having high blood pressure and every other health issue started popping up because my brain is disturbed. You understand?
Yeah.
See me. If you see me, the picture you are seeing here, that is me. And you see me, if you meet me on the road or we met at party, AJ, if I greet you, would you know? You wouldn't know.
No.
you will not know. So I was talking jargons and rubbish. By the time they found me by the beach, I was talking rubbish. I took overdose of my medication because I just want to sleep. I was admitted in the hospital for 3 days. All this goes into record, which I don't want it to be on my medical record. But what can I do? So what I'm saying is, whoever that is going through depression, like you said, the only point that make me call, you see that you never see this number, I don't call.
No.
The only reason that make me call this morning is because you mention it with the hello me man go through depression. Hello me mamu oh my God, jump into another relationship. I tried it, but it didn't work. I'm a very beautiful lady with 4 grown-up children. I will be a grandmother in few months, like Barolon.
Me.
You see, when I finish this call, I will send you a video just for you. Please, that video cannot go out. I beg you in the name of God.
No, trust me. In fact, you don't even have to. Seriously.
Please.
You
Honestly. I
honestly.
just want you to have a clue of something. There is something I want you to see there. So if you see that video, you will understand all this narration because this video has to do with a minor. Okay?
Jeez.
So I will send it to you and see what life, when life throws you something at you, please speak out. When you started feeling like me get here straight.
You should look
Not
for
until when I
help.
speak out. Yes. Not until when
Olori
I
Ololade King, this is not about moving closer to God, though. It's not about moving. Ìyẹlẹ yóò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú God. Sherry, ẹ má fi religion sentiments your healthy. Healthy kò ní God ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ depression, o. Even me, I've been there before. I'm telling you. We all, you know, at some point in our lives, it doesn't have to even, you know, be what in Kota when you only get 1 or 2 things local go through and you will be depressed. Okay, on stages in it. Like seriously, it's got nothing to do with God, though.
Something will be tickling in your brain. I will be telling you, something will be telling you, this is not evil spirit, though. If you go to a medical doctor, they will analyze it to you the way you will understand. This has nothing to do with church or reading Bible. Please don't be deceived. Please don't be deceived. This has nothing to do with Bible.
Hold on, Mama, pick here. Hold on.
So please,
Eshe, thank you.
This has nothing to do with Bible or anything.
Thank you. Thank you for enlightening us. Thank you for giving us an insight into your world. Thank you. Depression is real. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is real.
I am a victim. It is
Thank
real.
you. Thank you. We are Eshe.
So much.
Thank you. God bless you. God will be with you and heal you completely.
Amen.
Iṣẹ́ ọmọ yín aṣojú yín lágbára Ọlọ́run kò ní bá yín nù sáré. Ẹ take care. Wọ́n á gbọ́. Eshe. Eshe, God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Oh God, depression is real. Hello, we're picking another call now. Hello.
Hello, Queen AJ.
Yeah, sis, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, ma. Thank you for this topic. Hello, Shangbomi.
I'm going yeke.
Thank you so much for this topic. This is my first time of actually calling on your show. I just want all the women out there to listen to me and pay attention. Depression is something that is very common, and as you are aware, a lot of women are out there, and their men have actually walked away from them with lots of children. They are left with children to cater for. And I can tell you about 2 or 3 friends of mine that I already know who are going through hell right now. And some of them have said to me that they can't move on. They've literally stopped working. They've thought of killing themselves. And it will go from people that decide appetite more. Some people will look at you because you are overweight. They think, actually, depression can make you to start binge eating. And also, depression can make some people lose their appetite and lose weight. And I want to encourage people out there, please, this has got nothing to do with religion. If you're feeling low, if you know something is going on in your life, when you prepare sorrow, because but it is very important. If depression over treated, it will lead to hallucination, that is auditory. You start hearing voices. Like that auntie said, the brain is the powerhouse of the whole body. Brain don't control emotions wa, bá ṣe ń lọ sí toilet, bá ṣe ń tọ̀, bá ṣe ń ní feelings, bí a ṣe ń ní sex drive, or ẹni tí ò ní sex drive mọ́. It is the brain. So when something is wrong, tẹ́tí feel pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà tẹ́ máa ń rẹ́rìn tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ máa ti jáde with makeup, all of a sudden you're losing interest. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ti mọ̀ pé Saturday ò kò ń bá yín nílé party ni, all of a sudden you're not interested in parties anymore. You wake up in the morning, you feel sad, you just want to cry for no reason. Please and please look for somebody you can confide in. And if you feel me or first sorrow me, pick up your phone and call Google search the Samaritan. Call Samaritan and tell them, I just want to cry, I want to talk. What my kini details, you can tell them you want to remain anonymous. Just talk and cry. Please, this has got nothing to, I'm not saying we should not pray. We can pray, but we need action too. Tí a bá sọ̀rọ̀ síta, ibẹ̀ máa rí ẹlòmíì. Tí depression bá wà treated on time, antidepressant can help. But if we leave it down, rò pé ojú ń tì wá àfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, mi ò fẹ́ lọ sọ fún GP, kọ́ má gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ mi, kò sí GP tó máa gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn. Torí èèyàn sọ pé òun ní depression àti anxiety, wọ́n máa help èèyàn ni. If you're in an abusive relationship, it's always good to speak out. Sometimes ó lè má lead to separation. Maybe counseling ni wọ́n máa fún man yẹn pé okay, lọ fún anger management. Wọ́n lè máa bá yín parí ìjà yín. Or you can even be signed. Ẹlòmíà nítorí ìwé òun ò fẹ́ kúrò, now there is help available, I can assure you. If you are staying in an abusive marriage because ọkùnrin ló gbé ẹ wá ló gbàwé fún ẹ, you would get help. Àwọn ẹlòmíà ní àwọn ò fẹ́ fọkùnrin yẹn sí trouble. Don't worry, seek help. There are women refugees across the UK. Google search women refuge. Speak to somebody. Depression that is not treated will lead to hallucinations. Visual hallucination, auditory hallucination, olfactory hallucination. Visual means you're seeing things. Ẹlòmíì máa sọ fún yín pé òun rí ejò lórí èèyàn, á mú igi, á là mẹ́ni yẹn lórí, wá ní kí ló ṣe láni òun pa ejò ni. Ó dẹ̀ rí ejò yẹn lóòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n àwa ò rí. Ọ̀ ẹlòmíà ní òun gbọ́ ohùn ẹni yẹn ní pé kí òun kó sómi, àbí kóun lọ rèpù ọmọdé, àbí kóun fò láti orí bridge. Òun lẹ́lòmíì tí ò bá fẹ́ obey command yẹn, á kàn ìjàwé lórí ayani chronic mental breakdown, náà ṣe máa ń section wọn. And nǹkan tí sister yẹn describe ni she was becoming psychotic. Thank God she went to seek help. Ẹlòmíì á máa gbóòórùn, ó lè máa gbóòórùn pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń rùn, gbóòórùn ẹ̀jẹ̀. So àwọn kìíní ó jẹ́ òun lẹ́lu máa rí ẹlòmíì, orí ẹ̀ máa yá ni no, kò lè obey, ó ti ń gbọ́ ohun yẹn, kò fẹ́ obey command yẹn mọ́, ó ti sùn, kò fẹ́ pààyàn, kò fẹ́ bẹ́, á kàn ya wèrè, ó wá á ní òun wá commit suicide than kóun lọ obey command yẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, if you're on this platform, seek help. Pick up the phone and call somebody. Go and see your doctor. Mi ní ká má lọ sọ́dọ̀ pastor yín, ẹ sọ fún pastor kó máa gbàdúrà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Sometimes medication lásán ni to balance up the chemical in the brain. Sometimes when you're worried, it's a mental health issue. When there is a problem, when you are worried, when you are down, some chemicals are released in the body that would overconstrict the blood vessels of the heart. Ìyẹn ló máa ń fà tẹ́lòmíì máa ní high blood pressure. Ẹlòmíì á kàn ní cerebrovascular accident tá à ń pè ní stroke. All of a sudden, from nowhere. It's like you not getting rest. Èèyàn tí ò bá look after mental health, the body has a way of shutting down itself, whether you like it or not. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, if you are here listening to me, obìnrin nìkan kọ́ ló ń go through domestic violence, ọkùnrin nìkan kọ́. Let us start speaking out.
Thank you.
And we have a role to play as well.
Yeah.
Ẹ bá ti rí èèyàn tó ń go through nǹkan, ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa criticize, ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa stigmatize àwọn èèyàn, ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa téèyàn bá ti sọ pé òun ń go through nǹkan, ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa ní wèrè máa ní ó ti ń ṣe kọ́ńkọ́ń. Thank you, Queen AJ. That's my submission.
Yeah, no, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate. Thanks for the advice. God bless you. Thank you. Hello, caller. Yeah, the caller is off. Do you want me to put you on speaker? Why? Yeah. Okay. Can Wow, congratulations. Nice to hear that. Okay, let me put you on speaker. So we have another psychiatrist on the line now. So let's listen to them. Ellie?
Hello, AJ.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very good topic.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we live in the United Kingdom, and we know that for a lot of patients, so they're white, it's easy for them to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Now, let's bring what our religion and our culture, the harm that some of these things have done to us. We find it difficult to go to the doctor because we think ultimately stigma for Latino. A lot of people will think depression is something they can get over. If you find yourself as a man or a woman, 1 minute you're happy, the next you are sad, and you don't even know the reason.
Yeah.
You need to get yourself checked out. Okay, fine. You now know the reason. Maybe you're going through some financial, emotional problems.
Yeah.
Now you know the reason that you're going through this, but you're only limited by the information you have.
You don't have solution.
So like the person that just spoke before I joined,
Yeah.
there's information everywhere. There's help everywhere. Just Google. You don't have to write the full thing. Google, like she said, the Samaritan. Google, like Mental Health Direct. There's always somebody to speak with you. You don't have to anywhere. It doesn't work like that. Google, I want to my you're afraid to speak out. That is the beginning of the end for you. A lot of these things, sometimes you don't even have to go on medication. Sometimes you'll speak to psychologists. What the psychologist will do is to help you realize or understand what the problem is. And once you begin to understand, they prepare possible solutions, and you find out that you are okay. But then, even if you have to use medication, maybe start on antidepressants. I'm not going to mention names now, but what these things will do is to help you balance your mood. Some people are depressed, but what they have is not even depression. Maybe like bipolar affective disorder. 1 minute they're happy, 1 minute they're extremely sad. All these things are easily solvable. There are people who are on medication for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and they're living life well. And at a point, if it's something that, okay, think about it now. They are in your own depressed.
Yeah.
Go everything to go wrong. Then at a point she now gets pregnant. But because what's in the underlying depression, yet you treat, then you begin to have a problem. Do you understand?
Sure.
So the basic thing is seek solution to every problem. And we look at you'll tell the baby to determine your life in the UK.
Benny.
The people around you, the information you're gathering. You understand? I see a lot of my clients that come in and they say, I want to say I want a child bride, and I want to be by for a long time. Now they're sick, they're depressed, or shock out and everything. Or they might say shock out. So they're maltreat. Then they are scared to go because they are scared that they will get deported. That is not true. It doesn't happen like that. Imagine anybody seek help. You will be shocked at the amount of help out there. So if you're depressed for whatever reason, this is the way to realize it. First, ask yourself, am I doing something different? Have I been told that I'm acting weird? I'm talking weird? Once that happens, Maduro, Go to the nearest hospital in the UK, it's everywhere. Don't say because you're waiting to go to a psychiatric. No. You can go to any of the A&Es. There will always be doctors. They will contact doctors that know that the psychiatric liaison. Everybody is there. It's a team. And you will be treated accordingly. See, I tell people that there are more solutions than problems. Even death is a solution. But if you don't find the solution, your problems are there forever. Go seek the right thing. Depression is real. There are lots of psychiatric problems. They have solutions. Not take anybody. Not take anybody. I don't know how to say this to you, but don't let them give you false stories. You just do the things you need to do, and you will be fine. The world is problematic as it is, but if it's a solution, Bawa, seek the solution that you need, and you will be fine. Thank you, AJ, for speaking with me. I'm so happy about this topic.
Thank
I think
you
these
too.
are things that we need to inculcate into this team, and we'll
Absolutely.
be fine.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much.
Thanks for your time.
And you
Thank
too.
you. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Wow. So you see, this is not easy. It's not been easy for a whole lot of us. I'm sure there are so many people online today that are going through one thing or the other, but for the fear of what your society is going to say. Nobody wants to be stereotyped, with mental illness, as some of us, would describe it, which is not. Well, it's mental health issue, but, having to see it from an African person view that is still applying the typical African, mentality to situation. They will say, oti ya were ni, oti shiere. Even Lande is being careful. He said he has been telling a lot of people that he's tired, that he's fed up. He feel like ending it, but nobody believed him because he was doing skit, and in that skit, a lot of people feels, oh, everything is okay, things are okay. Okay, look at me. I speak online. I come online to laugh with all of you. If I am passing through anything indoor, if you're not my friend, there's no how you would know, because everybody will feel like, oh, that's how she talks from the beginning. She's very sound. And I'm telling you, everybody has their high and their low moment. Everybody has it. But as the moment you notice that it's going out of proportion, that is when it is, that is when it is showing the red sign, where you should quickly check yourself and be sure that everything is okay. At some point, I'm going to tell my story someday. Something happened to me between the year 20, what year? Was it last year? I think it was last year. I will talk about it someday soon. Not now, but I'll talk about it someday soon. And it got to a point I was asking myself that, I hope this is not depression. No. I had to go to I called one of my friends. I said, what is happening? And then I went to see the doctor. I always say that if anything is abnormal in me, I will quickly go and tell the GP that, come and see, like saying that them be my first mama. Come and see, see this thing, is it normal? I will run and tell. Because anything walk in wò Lord Abike ntie. Anything one walk in wò I raise alarm straight. So, for a whole lot of people, from Africa, they'll first consider what the society will see this as. Ewe Ebola ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Ebola hendisi. Wọ́n léyàn sọnù. Àwa hand up sórí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó ẹ̀ lẹ́kàn tẹnu mọ́. At the end of the day, Etumawa create depression for any tó ń tọ́jú depressed patients. Because nobody knew about the lady before. She was supposed to be the carer to mama tọ́jú ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Àmọ́ nísìnyí ẹ ti create depression fóun náà. Níbi tẹ́tí stereotype ẹ̀ pé ó ti bímọ síta bí ẹni pé àrùn ni tóbìnrin bá bímọ síta. Why tóbìnrin ò lè bímọ síta kó tó fẹ́ yàn? Single parents, let me wait. Someone wrote something on mine. Let me read this to you. I think someone said something on mine. Okay. See, let's read this. Someone said, this is one of my brother. Funny enough, single moms are far more matured, decent than all of these so-called young girls of marriageable age, that 90% of them are olosho, and sees nothing wrong in having multiple sex partner. Marrying single moms is like buy one to get two. Most especially those self-independent ones that only need male as companion, and very decent hardworking ones that comes with loads of experience to help their men reach their full potential. Why is our society so hypocritical and judgmental about single moms dating a single dad with one kid at that? Well, I don't know much about this trend story of Lande, but this your post caught my attention, and I just had to put it straight that love is far more stronger, and it really doesn't matter from where that love comes from. Okay, I'm going to quickly, let me pause it there. We'll go back to it after this call. Let me pick this call, then we'll go back to the LA.
Hello, Queen AJ. Good
Hey,
afternoon.
hey sis, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to
I'm
hear your
so much
voice.
thank you. I'm so much thankful for this topic you've got on ground.
Bless
I'm
God.
so sorry I joined you real late.
Yeah.
And I had a young lady speaking earlier.
Yeah.
She did mention quite a lot of things, which is, honestly speaking, our people, we need to start doing better with our mental health. If you allow me 2-3 minutes, I could just talk about certain things. Being that I'm a nurse manager, and I just have a little bit of knowledge of this, not so much,
Go
but I have a
ahead.
little bit of knowledge,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. All right. So when I started my nurse training, like growing up in an African home, the things they teach you, you're strong, you don't need to cry about this. If there's any issues, sometimes you don't even talk about issues that you have, So most of the time you kind of put things in boxes and not deal with issues. So I think that's the way a lot of us Africans grew up, whether here or back home. Now, when I started my nurse training, one of the first courses I did was to do with mental health. And he was asking questions about what is mental health to you. Now, a lot of people came up with all sorts of things. And it was really quite interesting to know that your mental health, you're not just a person, right? You are sometimes you're somebody's daughter, you're somebody's sister, you're somebody's mother, you're somebody's cousin, you're somebody's friend, you're a colleague. You're so many things in one person, right? And you're taking all these roles on yourself without actually caring for yourself. You care for everybody else, but not for yourself. So let's take Lande, who's the topic on ground, really.
Yeah.
Now, Lande is caring for, allegedly, 3 children from his current wife. He's got a son or a child out of wedlock himself. They have another child. He's caring for 5 children, allegedly. He's caring also for his wife, himself, and his mother-in-law, and possibly other people in his own family. This is one person on this role. He doesn't really have a job per se. As an entertainer, he's having to depend on whatever money he's getting from Facebook. Now, this money is not consistent. So he would have problems once in a while. And other thing Nigerians need to know, and maybe any other African sisters and brothers, is that depression is not all about money. Sometimes the richest people have been known to have depression. You can talk about, I can't remember, maybe somebody online would be able to remember. It was a comedian, I think it was the one who did, is it Mrs. Doubtfire? Who killed, is it Robbie Williams? He killed
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a very rich man, and he killed himself. No, but everybody thought, oh, he's giving us stories, he's giving us fun, he's entertaining us. But this man was dealing with a lot of issue. Let's take the case of where Twitch used to be the DJ on Ellen DeGeneres' show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did exactly the same thing as Lande. He
Yeah.
left home
Yeah.
without his phones and went to a hotel and on life himself. Exactly the same way,
Yeah.
God forbid what would have happened to Lande.
Yeah.
It's such a shame that men especially are not allowed to talk about their feelings. And we as parents, we need to start doing better in all ways so that, like bring our children up the same way, whether the girls or the boys, bring it up exactly in the same way and manner. Make them see it as being the okay thing. Normalize it, talking about your feelings, coming back from school. Oh, what happened today in school? Take me through your day. Let your child ask you questions. How was your day today, mommy? Did you sleep well, mommy? How was your day, daddy? Normalize it, so that we can start to talk about mental health. It is very, very
Because
important.
even children could be going through tough times and they wouldn't talk if you don't, talk to them first.
Exactly. And you know something though, I'll say something to you. I've got such really close knit friends. I've got loads of friends, right? But then there's some close knit friends. And there's some people when they don't hear from me for a while, they don't question oh, she's not calling us and stuff like that. Because you do get friends like that. Oh, she didn't call me, I'm not gonna call her. I was last one I called her. But don't make it like that. Something could be going on in people's lives.
Yeah.
Call people, check on them, see what's going on. That young lady who sang she's been drinking alcohol for the past 5 days, whatever. That song is so meaningful. It's asking, did you check on me? Did you call on me? It makes it, people are not. That song is just like, my goodness. If you listen to the lyrics, it makes a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. People need to start check up on your friends. Now, I'm going to go back again to Nigerians as well. Please, Nigerians, don't think your brothers, your sisters back in whether America, Canada, UK, wherever, they're doing so well. Oh, they're catching monies on trees and stuff like that. And all you call them for is to ask them for money.
Yeah.
Oh, auntie, I need this. Or uncle, I need that. Or daddy, I need that. Check on them personally. How are you doing today? See what's going on with them. There's a lot of depressed people, even in the Western world. So,
Yeah.
we need to be checking up on
That just
each
is to
other.
be checked on. Yeah.
Yeah. We should think about our mental health. We should, when you wake up, I don't know if people say affirmations and things like that. What makes me happy? Music. I love music. When I play music, I'm in my highest place, having my family around me, and do talk to each other about what's good. Do activities together. If you don't have people around you, try and, get into circles of friends or meeting people and things like that. I do hope that, we just start taking mental health
Some
very seriously.
people's problem, started from this circle of social friends, and they pulled back completely the moment they got bashed out there. They don't just want to
Absolutely.
socialize anymore. They withdraw. They go back to their cocoon. They don't wish to, share their experience with anyone, due to what they did to them out there. So that's why some people
Absolutely.
don't want to socialize anymore. However, that we're not going to put any restraint order on anyone, or you restraining yourself, from the general public, completely because of what you've been through. I always tell people that there's always a take-home lesson in every situation in life, and you just have to retry and retry and retry again until you get, that very good friend that will be like your own blood sister, that will take any shit and,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
anything
And
from
you
you.
do, sis, you do find some friends that are a lot better than family as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's important. Let's all begin to look. Anybody
To
can have depression.
cultivate.
Anybody
Yeah.
can have, any
Yeah.
kind of mental health issues. We need to start actually looking at our mental health, checking on friends, family. Don't call your sisters all the time to ask for the money for this or money for that, or mom or dad who are brought to ask. See how they're doing. And I'm saying all this because I've come across so many women, especially who have mental health issues. There's something called the African syndrome, which I've seen quite a lot of that. A lot of women who have depression because they're thinking about how they support their family back home. They work so hard, some doing 2 or 3 jobs. At the end of the day, they still feel like they're not doing enough. And I know some people have been
Because of
taken
the
back home.
demand.
Yeah, they've been taken back home for, the people, when they get back home, they say they are mad, but it's actually depression. So thank you so much for
Thank
allowing
you.
me
Thank you,
to,
too.
to kind
Thank
of
you, too.
express myself.
Thank you.
Thank you
We
so
really
much.
appreciate your time. Thank you. God bless
All
you.
right.
Thank
All
you.
right, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Oh my God. That's so interesting. Like, seriously, so interesting. You see, I said that the way the society traumatized you when they get you here. Imagine me coming out now to say, oh, I am depressed. What do you think is going to happen to me from people that dislike me? What do you think they're going to do? They will bash me the more and beat me the more and worsen my case, and and pop champagne over that. Some of them will say, oh, so I'm not saying this because it's me. There are so many other people like that are coming from toxic, relationship. It could be from friends, it could be from family, it could be at work, that by the time they start seeing the sign, the first thing that will come to their mind is, who will I talk to? Who is my friend who is going to believe me? Who is going to give me a pat on the back? Who is going to embrace me? Who is going to help me truly? Who will be concerned for me genuinely? That's the first thing on your mind, like, who is going to help me? Because I know some people are just going to laugh it off. They're just going to mock me. Hello?
Hello, Queen AJ.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm so happy that I'm speaking with you for the first time, even though I've been your fan for several years.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm also welcome. You know what, Queen AJ, God will continue to give you strength.
Amen.
God will continue to give you positive
Amen.
pushing, as you always do.
Amen.
And it's not about sugarcoating. It's not about sweet talking. We that are your fans, we know those that are real on Facebook. We know those that are genuine. To be honest with you, Abike Jagaban, you are so real. And all the products that you have produced so far, the like of Straight from the Heart,
Oh, thank God.
And Abiyamaye, to mention just a few.
Thank
You've
you.
been so real. You've been so real. I want to seek for a favor from you, Abike Jagaban, madam. If you don't mind, you are based in London. Maybe part of your, you are going to back kind of with your project. This is not about a charitable project, a kind of expansion, maybe sister stuff, this kind of thing. You could organize it. You will see that many women in the within London, within outside London and everything would love to be part of it, because a lot of us are going through a lot. Fear of unknown, like other callers have said, that mentioned a lot. Fear of unknown. As I'm talking to you, I'm part of it. Fear of unknown. What will people say? How will people view me? How will people imagine me? And I in particular, and I learn a lot these days from Facebook, where you call someone, those days when we used to have a ladylike gist, that's not anymore. You'll be fear of people recording you. Whereas you are so harmless, you are just having harmless talk with this person. I have really learned a lot from what happened to you recently. That you cannot even call, this is my friend, let me just have a juice. Jokingly, people will take you up.
One record
And particularly, I'm not saying it's a bad thing for us to have a green pastor, to come to abroad for green pastor. It's not our fault, because back home our government is not really providing what we ought to. If not, majority of them will not be here. I know my degree, I know my qualification, and I know what I'm doing at the moment to survive in abroad. Sometimes this kind of a thing, indirectly, some of us face this racist in a place of work. And these people, they want you to accept it as norms, which they push to you. All these things get at us. So many things that, it gives you so many psychological torture.
and mental torture.
And the so-called men that you say you love, all in the name of love, you came with them with one heart, you left what you are doing back in Nigeria, you follow them here only for them to abandon you as your child. You don't have a choice just to start doing 1, 2, 3 jobs to make the ends meet.
I know.
The woman said that you need to seek for help. At the same time, this has happened to me recently.
Oh no.
I fear of the no, that if I talk,
don't cry, sis. Don't break. Please, don't cry. Oh no. No.
In the wicked world.
Oh, calm down, okay? Everything is gonna be fine, okay? Calm down. You can do it. Calm down.
I use your program to console myself. I feel lonely everywhere I think.
No.
But when I'm at work, I'll put my hairpiece on. Even that this your show.
Please calm down.
I use your tool to carry myself home.
Calm down.
I use straight from the heart, irrespective of the day.
I know.
Anytime I'm at work, I'll go to straight from the heart show.
Oh.
I'll be listening just to keep me going at work. The
I
same goes
know.
with your show.
It is well with you.
I'm not trying to castigate others.
I know.
Those are the two speakers online that I can go back to their show several days back.
It is
Carry me
well.
on.
It is well with
We're
you.
going through a lot. We need help. You people should not just underestimate what happened to that guy. So many things depended on it. We lost a guy recently where I live here to depression. His wife went to work, his children went to school. He was even the one that took his children to school. When they came back, he has already committed suicide.
Oh no.
And people were like, what happened to this person? It's like this, it's like that. But the fear of if I talk to this person, what am I for?
Ben, nǹkan tí mo sọ ń sìn nìyẹn, Ben.
I'm going through a lot.
Calm down.
We have parents back in Nigeria. You want to make sure that everybody is okay. You want to make sure that you provide for your parents, but you are lonely here.
Calm down, sis. Calm down. You're gonna be fine.
I want to be heard negatively.
Oh no.
We should help one another. Thank God for the humanity that you are working for.
You're bringing me close to tears now. Calm down. It is well.
I'll give you the strength. Please.
Okay.
The likes of your ladies.
Sure.
Lots of us are going through a lot in this country. Thank you. I'm sorry for barging at you emotionally.
Please calm down. I know. Calm down. You're gonna be fine. You can call me some other day. Talk to me if you wish. If you don't mind, call me. I'm available.
I already sent WhatsApp to you. Since 2021, you never responded.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that.
It's not everybody that comes to you that want to seek for me. I'm sorry to say
I know.
I'm
sorry.
I understand what you are going through.
It's quite a huge work on my shoulder, and I would have loved some of my PA, my manager, the people around me to help me handle some of the call. But because of the case of mistrust that we are dealing with at the moment of betrayal, that's why I don't want to hand some of you's call over to them. So just please be patient with me. Emma,
I've been your for like 5-6 years now. I may not be commenting much, but I do comment.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
I do comment. Even though when I comment, you don't mention my name. I'm even okay, but you are the only place I come to
Emma,
that I comment. Straight from the heart, I comment.
I can't handle everybody's comments. Look at me, it's just me online now. You and I are talking here. I can't even focus on the people that are sending in messages. Even if I have to pick out a few, there's no how I will still not skip some names, skip some messages. At times people have to call my attention. My admin have to say, AJ, please call. So at times people will call me on the phone to say, AJ, Lagbaja Nkinye Wobe. Look at yesterday or 2 days ago, we were having a show. And a man came and they pinned the man's comment. You wouldn't believe that I didn't see the man's comment until people called my attention. I'm so sorry.
So maybe some company or some management of your organization that you bring this kind of a thing. If you organize
we will.
I'll find my way there. There are so many people like you.
We will.
You're doing well.
Thank you.
I will tell you. You're doing well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. God is with you always. And remember, we love you. You're very special to us. You're special to your children. You're special to your friends at work. Please remember that always, that you still have some special people you have to keep strong for and that you have to live for. God bless you and be with you, okay?
When you love a man and the man just abandoned you like that.
Oh. So making me. Okay, don't worry, just calm down, okay? You're gonna be fine. Oh.
Thank you.
Hold yourself together, please, for your children. Oh my God, this is bringing tears to me. You see, women are going through a lot sincerely, and this really broke my heart. And Oh, that's sad. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sis.
Hi, sis.
Well done. Well done on your program.
Thank you.
And it's quite educative, and we really appreciate what you're doing this afternoon.
Yeah.
Depression is real, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But the aspect I don't know if I'm the only one seeing that aspect. Now, I want to talk about husband and wife and the other partner getting depressed.
Hmm.
Mentality. Do we have to blame the other partner?
Hmm.
That because of because I realize that this happens all the time. When something happens to one person, the society, especially the family members,
Hmm.
or especially the husband, they will be blaming the wife that they are the cause of. Anybody can be depressed at any point in time. Now, some family members are not thinking of the fact that when they leave, it's going to be the men and the women together. Now, you have already depressed the woman. In case of this Lande now,
Hmm.
I imagine what that lady would be facing after the family members have left. Even though the husband has made all of us to understand that she's not the cause of his problem. But what about all the family members that have, accused the lady that she's the one that caused depression? Now that's how depression multiplies in the society. The
Exactly.
husband is depressed already.
They're
You're
depressing the
accusing the wife.
wife. Hmm.
The wife will be depressed the more.
Yeah.
And if both of them are in such situation, the children will be depressed because they will see their children, they will see their parents not being happy. That's how they multiply depression in the society. I would really love you to address this as well. Anybody can get depressed.
Yeah.
In my own case, there was a time I traveled somewhere to have my second child. My husband was not with me, and I already had my first child there. So when I had my second child, it has never happened to me before. I was the only one that was catering for two children. I know it was depression because my first daughter then, she won't do nothing. I would just be beating her for nothing.
Oh no.
A lot
Yeah.
was going on in my head. Now, for somebody now to come to me and tell me it was my husband that caused that. No, anxiety, a lot of things cause depression in a home with couples. Different things happen, especially in a country like that of Nigeria, when there is not a lot of resources that both of them can manage. Now, in such situation, because when I was watching that clip, I didn't feel good. The family members, they want that guy to just say it's the wife. And the man was saying, no, it's not the woman. As I'm talking to you, that wife is already depressed now. She's
Yeah.
gotten an experience that she's going to be talking about in the nearest future. I think we should learn these things. We should educate ourselves. When depression happens, let's look for solution. Let's prefer solution. Let's look at the what caused the depression, how we can help. That Lande guy, I believe they should take that guy maybe to hospital to take care of him, not accusing the next person that is his wife, not accusing that lady that she's the cause of that depression. If we don't handle a case of depression maturely, this is how it's going to be spreading.
Obviously.
For,
Wow.
for, 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 for them to accuse that lady, I am talking to you now, I'm depressed in my brain too. That
Oh,
if anything happens to my husband tomorrow,
this
the
this
family may
this
come
is
to
how
me
the
and tell me I'm the
family
cause.
will attack me. Yeah.
So that thing is in my brain now. And that will be for a lot of women as well. Like, if anything happens, they could accuse them. This thing should stop. We are in a society where we should be finding solution to problem, not adding more to the problem. So God bless you for allowing me to talk. That's
Ah, God
my own
bless you too,
observation
sis. God
about
bless
things
you.
like this.
God bless you too,
Thank you.
sis. Thanks for
God
calling in.
bless you.
Thank you. Oh, like seriously, this got me really teary, and you need to see my face here. I'm just crying. I know people are going through a lot of things, and I've spoken to a few women in recent time, and I know the things they're passing through. Even some of the people that you all know, when they call me and they're crying, I'm crying with them. there's, if I can't go mentioning names, there's so many of, our, even our home members, that when I don't get to see some of them and I ask them and they tell me what they've been passing through, I can only, hug, send out my love and cry with them on the phone, because these are not things that we can probably come out to discuss so that we don't get traumatized by our home people. Hello, caller.
Hello, Sister AJ.
Hi,
Good
sis.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi. I
Yeah.
just want to contribute to this topic. You're doing a fantastic topic.
Thank God.
Is brilliant. You should have brought out your face to do this,
Ah,
honestly.
no.
You know what? I don't want us to look only at the adults in this case. There's a lot of
Women.
teenagers that are depressed as well.
Yeah.
Our teenage children, very, very depressed. There was something that happened last year to one of my daughter's friend. The boy used to live in England and they moved them back to Nigeria. So he lost his mother 2 years prior to that time. So they had to go home and live with their dad in Nigeria. They are twin boys. That time they played with Taiwo throughout that day. They were playing with their friends. They hung out. There was no problem. The next day, the boy hanged himself.
Oh no.
He was going through depression. He died.
Oh no.
They lost him. So it's not just we, the adults. Sometimes the adults even can hold themselves very well. But those little, children, they can't. If they are seriously depressed, they are in Nigeria. There is nothing like depression in Nigeria. Everybody is afraid to say it. They are ashamed to say I'm depressed. But back home, back in England or Ireland or America, we can walk to the GP and say we are depressed, and they will say, okay, they will prescribe something for you to use. You'll be fine. Talk to you, introduce you to some places that can take you through counseling and things like that. But we don't have that back home. So please, I want you to treat this topic again. And when you're coming out next time, please come out with your face. We need to tag some organizations that can actually listen to us, help us, and we have to treat this topic not just once, not twice, but we have to treat it a couple of times, even in Nigeria and in England. Please, my sister. That's the reason why I'm calling you.
Thank you
it's
very
not
much.
Just only women, even it affects men, it affects children, it affects teenagers.
Sure.
Please, please. Thank you.
Not
You're doing
easy.
great.
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless
you. You
Yeah.
too, sis. I'm gonna pick this call again. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. How are you? You're doing a very great
I'm
job. I'd
alright.
like to contribute.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
I will start off by saying that depression is real, and no one should really be ashamed to come out and talk about it, because depression is easily treatable. But when it advances to psychosis, that's when the issue is a problem. If you don't treat depression, it's going to end up in psychosis, and that will come up with other stuff like, paranoid disorders, schizophrenia, and all this stuff. And everybody have some form of depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
But it's actually the way you handle that will determine what the outcome will be.
Yeah.
Okay. Depression it's not only behavioral problem that that tells you that you're depressed.
Yeah.
Sometimes depression comes with some kind of signs and symptoms like lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes even your legs might be shaky, not balancing, and all that stuff. That is part of depression. And the key to depression is to come out, face it, go to the doctor. If you know that the definition of depression is really an imbalance in certain chemical in the brain.
Yeah.
And when they give you antidepressant medication, it helps you to balance the missing hormone or the imbalanced hormone in the brain. But if you do not approach the right people, you will go into psychosis. Now, let's talk about African culture. In Africa, everything one shay on it. Even simple depression, one of his shay. Stroke, one of his shay. Cancer, one of his shay. That is not right. Depression comes from anything. It could be anything that would trigger it. So the best approach is to have good family support or support system. I'm not even family. It could be a friend.
Yeah.
Like other callers have stated, we need to check on each other very more often. We should drop our ego and say, oh, we should check on each other, honestly speaking. And we need to, with different stuff on ground, depression can be treated. Another thing is if depression is not treated, some people end up with postpartum depression when they get pregnant. And postpartum depression is what causes some of these mothers to kill their newborn and all that.
Wow.
But the best advice is let's speak out. We know there are a lot of people that might make fun of people that have depression and everything, but we don't even bother about who's going to make fun of you. You want to get the help you can. And like some callers have already stated, it's not everybody that has to take antidepressant medication. There are other interventions that can be implemented to solve that issue. So please, everybody, be your neighbor or your friend's keeper. Watch out.
Yeah.
Certain behavior might be a signal for you to pick up that there's something going on with this person, and then get them the necessary help as needed. And as for Nigerians and Nigeria African culture, don't let anybody put a stigma on you because you say you have depression. Speak out. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate this program, and I know it's going to go a long way to help a lot of people. All right, thank you.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
very much. God bless you. Thank you. Just talking about depression. Really? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Can go. So you need my card or you have it now? Did you take the 20 pounds and give me? I just do you. Yeah. So, are you gonna buy? Do you need anything? It's 3 pounds, isn't it? Okay. Or I'll transfer some cash to you. Maybe you should use the 20 pounds, then I'll transfer some cash to you to cover for your other expenses. Okay. So you use that one, so the one I transfer will be in your. Okay. Yeah. You'll have that cash with you, right? Yeah. One use that one, let me transfer money to you. Just buy a few things. I don't think we need anything this week. Ask him if he wants anything. Is he going with you? No. Tell him to go with you. I need some drink. Coke. Okay, me go, but I need some. I just want some. I'm sorry, guys. So you see, thank you everyone that called in. This is a clarion call, on everybody, every woman, every man out there, not to neglect one another, not to abandon one another, even if it is at times. I call my bad friends. You know what? A few days ago, I was having a show. And there's someone I love very much, someone that I used to care about very much. And subconsciously, I mentioned the person's name, that the person did something to hurt me. I didn't realize the person was online listening to me, or probably someone went to tell her what I said. If you notice that when I came out day before yesterday, I told you, was it day before yesterday when we had our midnight chat? Remember, I was to come out at around 12, and then I came out around 2:30, and I was telling you guys that someone that I have lost touch with a long time ago called me. That was the person that called me. I knew the person was going through a lot. I was going through a lot as at the time. I don't want to talk about my own story for some reason, but the people that are close to me, they knew what I went through. But to the glory of God, I'm not going to say for some reasons. I'm not going to say. But I had very good network. I had very good people around me. I received the necessary, and I just thank God anyway. I don't want to talk about it. It happened between the year 2021 and the year 2022 to me personally. So just like what the last caller said, that each and every one of us, we have one or two things that we're probably going through. At some point I will look at my account. I will have enough money. I am not lacking anything. It's not even about money. And you find yourself very low in mood. Very low mood. You'll be wondering, okay, I have source of income. I've got this money that I don't even know what to do with it. I wear the clothes I want to wear. I am even with someone that is in love with me and that I'm in love with. But there's still something missing which you yourself don't even have the answer. At my own point, I'll just find out that at every single thing, I'll feel so emotional and teary. And my daughter will ask me, Mom, hi, is everything okay? I will just feel teary. This was like early last year. I will feel teary. Most times when I go through some things in the hands of this bully on social media, so many of my fans will even call me and cry. Some of them will go online and be cursing back on the bullies. That what you guys are doing to this lady, da 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 da. People ask me, AJ, does it get to you? I say, no, that it doesn't get to me. Of course, it does get to me at times. And I always, get myself fortified for a payback time. But pending those periods, I may drop a tear. When you look at the people you have been nice to, people that fed from your purse, people that ate from your plate, and then they come out to do this to you. Of course, you would feel it if you're human. So there are days that I do drop a tear or two, and I'm just like, people, is actually a wicked world. And then I come back. When I come back, I come out with full force. I come out with full force. Like, I don't even care who is going to lose their life. But this is what you want to do to me. Before you get to me, I will get to your entire family. So things happen to some of us at every point in time. And, some we know the cause, some we don't even know the cause. Oh man, me. It's not even money. Onyoko, why yoko see me? Why yoko mani mi odoko? Why be delay fun walo odobo? That's the kind of depression, Timon. So whereby even your loved ones will be beside you, massaging you, touching you, just trying to calm you down because they knew you're passing through something. But your body is not wanting it because there's something wrong with your brain. Something is gradually eating you up. African setting will ask you, oh, are you guilty? You look at what they are asking Lande. Why are you covering up for her? He's not covering up for her because his problem is, does he have anything to do with that lady all of you are bashing? And at times, if he wants to hide under a reason, because he knows you people would traumatize and laugh at him, he's mad. He would definitely lie and how will I say it? He will eventually concord with your lies. He will concur to your lies and say, don't depress me. You run you Tony concur. He will concur to the lies you guys concocted against his wife. And because of a dodge in Koto Sheko Fekeripe, Kofeka Soko Sinwi. Awani Oni. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ nú ara ẹ̀ pé òun kọ́. Òun ló ṣe ń sunkún lé ní pé ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọmọ yóò ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Maybe at some point he has hidden the truth by saying, ṣé tó ló lọ fọ́mọ yẹn kò jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ o. Láti bẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ò ní mọ̀ kókó sọ pé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ má fi rí pé nǹkan kan bá ètò òun sẹ́ pé òun sínwín nǹkan ṣe òun ẹ̀ help òun. Ẹ máa wá gbé yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ òun lọmọbìnrin yẹn ṣe bú sẹ́kún pé kí ni mo ṣe fún yín pé òun ò ṣe é. Ó tó lóun ti bí àwọn ọmọ òun kóun tó fẹ́. But instead of Nigerians to pay attention to the guy himself, you are now bashing the woman that is supposed to be his carer tó yẹ kó tún máa tọ́jú ẹ̀. Kẹtómọ̀ ẹ ti fún yẹn náà ní depression between ìjẹta sí ẹni lẹ́nujọ́ tó. Òun ló sunkún síta pé òun wọ́kọ̀ òun o. Ẹlòmíì tó bá yẹ kó fẹ́ wicked ni kò ní sunkún sọ́ta pé òun wọ́kọ̀ òun tó máa fi sọnù tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní rí mọ́. Á ní mi ti ẹ̀ tètè notice pé wọ́n súnlé. Òun ló bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé ẹjọ́ ẹ bá òun wọ́kọ̀ òun bóyá kò fẹ́ kó di ariwo tí kọ́kọ́ máa pèèyàn bíi méjì mẹ́ta ṣó wà lọ́dọ̀ yín tó sùn lọ́dọ̀ yín especially tó bá tó wà lọ́jọ́ kan tó ń fornicate ṣe mọ̀ pé èèyàn máa rò pé ó ti bá àgbèrè ẹ̀ lọ ní normally pé tó bá yá òun tó rìn lọ́lọ́ ló máa wọlé because tèmi bá lọ́kùnrin tó ń ṣàgbèrè èmi ò ń wá wọn ìwọ tó rìn lọ tó ìyá wá imagine kíyàn ti wá rò pé ó lọ ṣàgbèrè ẹ̀ ní normally pé tó bá yá padà wálé bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn kíyàn má wàá mọ̀ pé ó ti rìn lọ depression ló ń ṣe àrùn olówó ni. Let me give you a story. There is a very wealthy and influential man that lost his wife. And I do talk to him. And each time I talk to him, you know, he always pretend and hide as if everything is okay. He's a bobber, he's a lover boy. He will talk to one as if, you know, we could sing kokon. He has fleets of women around him, you know. And we actually thought everything is okay because it's happening for him. He has lost, you know, his wife and then he's moving on because he has fleet of them at his finger click. If he should call for 1 million women, they are there at his beck and call. Now, none of the women around him notice that he has been depressed, except me. We will talk, we will gist, but there's a behavior in him that I particularly would notice, and I will sit down and I will, you know, observe for days, for months. And you know what I did? I went to seek for help for him from a psychologist. I told them of the behavior I noticed in him. That is it normal for someone who is this wealthy, who is this affluential, because his wife died. He has this many women around him. Is it possible for him to be going through depression? Maybe he doesn't want to say so that they don't traumatize him or they don't say, you know? And the person told me, yes, it is very, very possible. It is very, very possible for him to be going through depression. And then he will start to rebel. He will start to behave funny. He will start to defend himself mentally and psychologically. He will start to dodge. He will start to hide under, you know, the influence of drugs. He will start to do a lot of things. He will fake to be in love with this. He will fake to be in love with that. He will quickly take another marriage because he does not want people to know that the late wife is playing a, you know, used to play a pivotal role in his life, which would remain, how will I call it, uncovered for the rest of his life. So there are times that when you leave a marriage or you lose your spouse or your partner, you have to heal completely. Likewise, when you have a baby, some people suffer postpartum. If you do not heal very well and you rush into another relationship, I'm telling you, those partners will only suffer. You are only using them to, you know, to cover your healing periods. They are not a part of your emotional life. They are not a part of your moral support. They are just there, just for people not to see Ashiri. Until you heal fully. Tó bá lè heal, go to our organizations tó pé wọ́n máa take care àwọn èèyàn tó wà bereaved. They will talk to you. They will talk you through it. They will be there for you as a friend. I don't know what they call them. I will look for their number. I used to have their number. When I lost my mom, it was like in fact, when I lost my mom, I was depressed for like 3 years, 5 years. I didn't get over depression that I lost my mother. I landed in the hospital. Whoever that used to live in Mosney, then they would tell you that when I lost my mom, I was in coma myself. And after being in coma, you know, me being mommy's girl, everything in my head, I'm like, how will I cope? How will I ever be normal in my entire life again? Until tomorrow, I refuse to mourn my mother because I refuse to accept the fact that my mother is gone. I don't mourn my mom. I refuse till tomorrow because my mind and my head has not come to accept that reality. Even after 13 years that my mom is late. It was about this time, the year 2009, that I lost my mother. And it was the rudest shock I've ever received in my entire life. So till tomorrow, I am not healed because I refuse to accept the fact that my mom is not around. Every time I don't even want to visit my mom's, tomb. I don't want to go there because I always tell my sisters my mother is not there. My mom is still alive till tomorrow in my head. So you see, I was depressed for so many years until I was able to gather the courage to tell someone that I was actually depressed, and I had to open up that I lost my mother. And this is the rudest shock that I don't want to believe that my mom is no more here. Because I see her like a very big, support network for me. She was my friend, she was my everything. Remember, I was raised by the Egbas. I didn't grow up with my father. So it was just like my mom, my grandma was everything. So now in my head, how can that woman just leave me just like that? Just like that? She wasn't, sick for too long. So it takes us time to process. That's why we need a friend beside us when we're going through bereavement, period. We need a friend. Likewise, when you lose a child, likewise, when some things happen to you, when you fall out from a partner that, you have once believed, is your entire world or she's your entire world. I feel for men at times. Teba notice I am tend to support the men folks more. If you know, I'm sure you guys know this about me, because I have men that have come to me in confidential way. Kí n jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, kí n má tú àwọn láṣìírí. They will cry on my shoulder. They confide in me secretly. AJ, we cannot move on. We cannot cope without her. And I go like, seriously? So there are men that can actually not survive without women. Because I used to think, men are loose. They are, I'm sorry, they are motherfuckers. They are heartless. But when I came in contact with these ones that cried on my shoulder like a sister, they don't even know me. They haven't met me. They could not move on because a woman dumped them, because their wives dumped them. They could not even concentrate on any other relationship. You look at the ones that we see on social media of today, how women bash their men. Look at what they put the father of their children through. Look at how they humiliate their husband, their baby father. You think such a man will not be depressed? It will be depressed, Kokosoni. Things happen. Àrùn olówó ni depression. Àrùn ọlọ́rọ̀ ni. Àrùn àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn ni. I'm telling you. Some women are the one bashing women when some men are there. When some women are there, ọkùnrin ló ṣàwọn báyìí. Like seriously, like the caller that called in that was sobbing, she really brought me close to tears. She really brought me close to tears, if you ask me. Not even, she made me teary. I was actually, tearing here. Like, women are going through a lot. I know what it means when you come from abroad, you were well educated, you have your master's degree, and you have to start all over in this country for one reason or the other because you don't have the legal paper to work. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Benny.
Thank you for the wonderful job.
Thank God.
I've never called into your show, but you're a very reasonable woman and you're speaking to me. That's why I'm taking a go in proper.
I'm going. I'm going.
Many of the party, but you got to so boya yawo na or anybody. But like you said, all of my taking your bossy or education. It happens to me. And actually it will really cost to me because sometimes, like you always said, I will bring my trend softly. I'm not gonna bore you with a long story. It's just only little help. Mupade Ubrekiji. Regular to stand me at that time. I will stand by you. What's your problem? Tell me your problem. What is going on with you? And after that, is okay. It's not your problem. I'm gonna stay with you. I'm gonna support you. And then that myself, I imagine if I didn't get any help at that time, especially society when there is actually nothing for men. You live in UK, you can actually see my number.
Yeah, sure.
There's no system. Even they won't even listen to you. Like our Tawalat in Nigeria, especially Yoruba, so I'm okay. Mama tó máa lọ fẹjọ́ sọ́lọ́pàá yọmọ mi ṣe báyìí fún mi ó ṣe báyìí obìnrin ṣe báyìí fún mi àwọn òpè àṣọ oníṣẹ́ ni. And it's more than that, to be honest. AJ, ìgbà tó dé stage kan mo rò pé ó ti tán pé nígbà mo tẹ̀ máa kú ni because I'm homeless. My status at that time, she's not supporting it. She actually wrote a series of letters not to support my status. I thought everything had come to an end. But society needs like my men, to be honest. They need to be doing something for men as well. Because hardly we see men that will come out and say this is going on. So imagine you body so long. Thanks for your topic.
We thank God. We thank God.
Keep both of Okuya to bring my train softly.
Thank you very much. God bless you. So you see, the men folks feels like, you know, they are not getting enough because they are men. Because they attend, you know, to be the stronger, you know, the stronger person in relationship, in everything, you know, and when people believe, oh, they are our own support engine, not knowing pé obìnrin ló máa ń forí gbé tó pọ̀ jù, and the moment you are missing in their life, it's like a, you know, very vital part of their life is gone. You know, that's how it is. So at times I pity men that go through divorce and separation because some of them can actually not move on. I'm telling you, wọn lè move on. Lè ṣe máa rí ẹlòmíì tẹ́ pé ìyàwó yẹn gan tó bá ti lọ for so many years kó lọ bímọ síta. Ọkọ yẹn á tún wà willing láti tẹ́wọ́ gbà nǹkan ẹ̀ padà pé ṣó máa padà wá bá òun. Ọmọ bíbí ò kì í ṣàánú òun mind. They would rather accept them back pé kó ṣàwánú life òun káwọn jọ bára wọn dàgbà. Some people cannot cope with separation. Some people cannot deal with it. Likewise, obìnrin náà kọkùnrin yẹn lọ fẹ́ ẹlòmíì kó fún ẹlòmíì lóyún ó pè ẹ́ kó sì fẹ́ nǹkan ẹ̀ padà. Wọ́n jọ máa pè wọ́n lọ́kọ àtaya because ó rí pé òun ò lè move on. And if they are able to work things out between them pé wo mi ò mind bẹ́ẹ̀ o ti fẹ́ yàn o ṣé o máa sún padà fún mi ayé mi ni mo fẹ́ jókòó ó sì pè mí. You know, bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí. So gbogbo wa la ní nǹkan kan tó máa ń worry wa tó máa ń it doesn't have to do with money, I'm telling you. Depression wàá rí pé owó wà lákàùntì ẹ o ò ní mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa rà. You know, I have a friend. Each time I don't see that my friend, I get so worried for her because tá bá sọ pé a kò fẹ́ lọ tọ̀ lẹ́ńkùlé tí n bá ní pé ọ̀rẹ́ mi jẹ́ ká wọ bàtà ká lọ tọ̀ tó bá máa bọ́ta a ti wọ wig a ti lẹ̀ lashes a ti lo red lipstick a ti kun foundation lórí ipa kò fẹ́ lọ sẹ́ńkùlé a fẹ́ lọ tọ̀ so kíní yẹn ò tètè yé mi tẹ́lẹ̀ mo máa kó pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àgàgà tá bá sọ pé òkè o ibi tá à ń lọ yẹn o ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ patí lójú ẹ̀ ní o àbí pé kò fẹ́ jáde mo lè sọ pé ṣé ká lọ fún coffee mo máa rí pé tá a bá máa lọ fún coffee yẹn ó máa make up bí ẹni pé a fẹ́ lọ sí patí gidi ó máa kórun ẹ̀ sínú rólà ó máa róòlù ẹ̀ best of wig ẹ̀ níbi tẹ́mi kọ́ ti máa kọ̀ da kíní lẹ̀ so mi ò tètè get here you know because she's very jovial and myself so tá bá ti ń drive lọ it could be my car it could be her car àwa máa sọ pé máa sọ pé òun ló múra bí ẹn pa fẹ́ lọ sìnkú ìyá ẹ̀ yìí pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ gangan pé ṣe you know we yap ourselves a lot you know máa ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wòwèrè gangan pé why you can't dress like say mo fẹ́ sin ẹ lọ gbà wọ́ọ̀d àbí afẹ́ yẹ́yìn màmá ẹ̀ padà you know masha máa ta sí I didn't realize she was going through chronic depression àmọ́ èmi ò mọ̀ òun ò mọ̀ àtúmọ̀ máa fi ra wa ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ tí lipstick ẹ bá yẹ báyìí ó lè bú sẹ́kún pé òun máa ṣọmọ́ sínsín pé òun fẹ́ fine kò dẹ̀ yé mi. Let me pick this call. Hello.
Hello, Queen Ede.
Hi. Ṣé wàá.
Ẹ má bínú o. Mo wà okay, ẹ má bínú o. Mo kàn fẹ́ chip in sí nǹkan tá ì sọ ń sè ni. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ sọ pé gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin ni wọ́n ní heart. Gbogbo ọkùnrin kọ́ ló ní heart. Mo rántí nígbà tí mo wà Nàìjíríà. Tí dáàdì mi bá gbé mi padà lọ sí.
Mi ò ní gbogbo ọkùnrin ló ní heart o. Bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò kọ̀ yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín nìṣó.
Okay, so mo wá rántí ìgbà tí mo wà Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n bá ti gbé mi padà lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ àwọn parents mi wà lÉkòó tí wọ́n bá ti gbé mi padà lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ dáàdì mi á máa sunkún báyìí tí máa sọ pé mo fẹ́ padà sékòó tí wọ́n bá gbé mi padà lọ sí school màá ní rárá mo fẹ́ padà mo fẹ́ tẹ̀lé wọn mi ò ní sunkún but dáàdì tó bá máa sunkún fún yín báyìí wọ́n máa sún openly fún gbogbo ayé wọ́n máa sùn same thing pẹ̀lú ọkọ tí mo fẹ́ polish ni mo fẹ́ ètò àní tí abájọ ń fa nǹkan báyìí tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa sùn mọ́ máa wọn pé ṣé ìkà ni mí ni àbí nǹkan kan ń ṣẹlẹ̀ so àwọn ọkùnrin míì to be honest wọn gan lè speak out ni they cry a lot more than we women so nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ chip in nìyẹn.
nítorí pé wọ́n fẹ́ gbé yín lọ sùn gbà mí dáàdi yín máa so wà emotional dé pé wọ́n á máa ké.
tí bá ti ń sunkún pé mi ò lọ sẹ́yìn pé mo fẹ́ padà pẹ̀lú wọn padà sí Èkó bọ̀ mọ́mì mi ò ní sunkún wọ́n máa ní ṣe bó wá kàwé ni bí bó wá ṣe bọ̀ dáàdì yẹn máa sunkún tẹ́ pé gbogbo wọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n máa rí pé wọ́n ń sunkún bí mo ṣe ń sunkún tó máa sunkún tójú wọn máa pọ́n máa ní sẹ́ mo fẹ́ padà sí Èkó sẹ́ mi ò lọ mi ò dúró sí ibà yìí mọ́mì mi ò dẹ̀ ní sunkún so àwọn ọkùnrin kan wà tẹ́ pé wọn ò lè àìsí dáàdì ní obìnrin Ọlọ́run kàn dá wọn lọ́kùnrin pé tó bá sunkún fún yín báyìí kọ́ kínkínní báyìí wọ́n á ti máa sunkún wọ́n á ti máa sun mọ́mọ́ àwọn pé ṣé bí mọ́mì ló yẹ kó máa sunkún ewu tún ni bàbá tí ó ń sunkún so àwọn ọkùnrin kan wà tẹ́ pé wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ síta but tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa sunkún fún yín báyìí àánú Ọlọ́run á ṣe ni so a lot of people won go a lot of even UK tower yìí mo ti rí àwọn a lot of ọkùnrin tẹ́ pé tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó fún yín Queen àánú yín á ṣe wọn
ẹ wo last year àwọn ọkùnrin
ní àti bí àwọn obìnrin
àwọn ọkùnrin ló commit suicide jù ní last year ṣe ẹ notice ní Nàìjíríà record ọkùnrin tó hang ara wọn pọ̀ gan ní last year all over the world.
I'm telling you, my dear sister, I'm telling you, fact, kọ́nà ṣàánú wa, àwọn ọkùnrin tó ń sunkún ó pọ̀ ju ọkùnrin. Àwọn obìnrin mi kàn máa ń sọ pé nítorí bóyá pé àwa obìnrin mi, a máa ń ti ààbò sí bọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wa, bọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin tó ń sunkún sínú, òun ló pọ̀ ju ìbùwò nínú UK ìtawà yìí, kọ́nà ṣàánú wa ni o. Before I'm really like topic 10 ṣe lé ní I'm so excited. Ọdún mo ṣe náà ìgbọ̀ngbà tí mo jú báyìí mo sáré tó ní síbẹ̀ nǹkan I'm so happy. God bless you. Ọlọ́run máa mọ wa strengthen you more in Jesus' name. Ẹ ṣe kọ́ mo dúpẹ́.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, Kenny, love you.
Thank you. You too. To those of you that are encouraging me to come out with my face, you know, when I'm not ready, I'm not ready. It's because I've been very busy lately and, you know, I don't even have that time to put myself together, putting makeup, putting my wig on, you know, for, you know, Facebook presentation. I've been very busy with work, myself and family, you know. This morning, I still called my daughter. And when I called her, let me tell you the sincere truth. You know, you wouldn't believe that I was crying on the phone. And she asked me, Mom, are you okay? And I said, yes. She said, why am I crying? I said, because this is just the reality that my family of 3, you know, that I used to love, that one is about to leave us to go to the uni. So I don't know how I'm going to be coping with myself and Timmy alone in the house. And he said, oh, Mom, come on. It's not even, you know, I still have a few months with you in the house. Because, you know, obviously she's going to uni. And, you know, in my head, I'm like, my daughter is leaving the house. You know, the reality alone, you know, is beginning to be done on me. You know, so she's like, oh, come on, Mom, don't cry. Call me when you're on break. So she called the phone because she couldn't stand to see me, you know. When I came back, she was the one to hug me to say, oh, Mom, so you are missing me already when I've not even left home. So I've been planning to go on one very big holiday with them. Okay. Hello, caller. Hold on. Hello, caller.
Yes, I'm still here with you.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon. You can make your contribution.
Are you still talking?
Yeah. No. You can go ahead now. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this beautiful program.
Thank you.
You're creating a very massive awareness regarding depression and mental health.
Yeah.
I am so glad. You see, a lot of people are going through a lot.
You remember what I went through. You remember what I went through. I don't want to talk.
Exactly. I do not want to talk about it as well.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are going through a lot. I am telling you the facts now. And one thing is to accept, the other thing is to get cured.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are going through a lot, but they will not accept when people are telling them there's a lot, something unusual going about your lifestyle. They will not accept until things get out of hand. They strip themselves naked. They start walking up and down the street, talking to themselves, and that's where they get sectioned. You see, who tell you men doesn't get depressed as well? A lot of men get depressed. There's a lot going on in our head. which we cannot talk about. That is the reason why. You see, a lot of people say social network have done so much harm. No, they've done good as well. Look at the lifestyle we live these days, BYG. We go to work, from work, home, from work, shopping, home, from work, shopping, home. That is our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Once in a while, we have an appointment with the doctors. Once in a while, some of us visit our GP.
Yeah.
I had a friend who told me in 5 years he hasn't even gone to the GP because there's nothing to worry about. So basically, our lifestyle is you work, you sleep, you go to work, you come back, you go shopping, then you come back home. For those who live in the flat, we work in our cubicle flat. For those who live in the house, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, then it becomes part of us. Then at a point in time, for some of us who live alone, or who lives with our children, he's gone to work, he's gone to school, we are left alone, we'll be talking to ourselves unknowingly. We don't know what we are doing until somebody noticed and said, we're reading. And it is not weary. A lot of people you see them going in and out of mental health hospital. It's not because they are crazy. Mental health is massive. Headache could take you. What you're going through could take you there. Depression could take you there.
Absolutely.
But people need to talk. Now, when anybody calls you and start pouring out their mind, please,
How do you talk when you know they are going to traumatize you? When you know the society you are, your people will traumatize you the more and worsen your case. African setting especially.
Exactly. People give them a listening ear and make it confidential. We need one another. Look at us living in a street. We all have our families somewhere else. But we live in a particular street. Your neighbors are your first family. Talk to one another. Engage in chats, get familiar with one another, because there's going to be a particular night when they will say, hey, Bami, we cannot call on our family at Oshobo, at Abeokuta. We live in a body. Your neighbor and your first family. Those are the people that will come out at that night. Whoever has a car will bring their car out, rush you out to the hospital before an alarm will be created in the morning for your families to come around. So give people a listening ear. Let them pour out their mind.
Absolutely.
And when anybody tells you there's something going on about you,
like this, like this social media where people record people maliciously. You see, did you see what happened to me? How I was recorded for almost 1 year by Kukute. If people are going through a lot of things and they are scared that bloggers, social media, influencers, some of them attempt to record them for malicious purpose or to mock them. How would they speak up? When some people call to gistmonger, they are probably just pouring out their mind to him or her. But next thing you see gistmonger do is post all their messages to him or her out for the entire public to mock them and to bully them into depression.
Having said that, remember you and I used to have a lengthful talk.
Yes.
Have you ever heard anything outside?
Never.
Have I ever heard you say anything about it?
Never.
Not everybody is the same. We, at a point in time, we need somebody to lean on. But when you notice that these people, stay away from them, do not pour out your mind. But when you have somebody close to
Auntie
you,
Tolu, I love you.
We need to talk. Anyway, I thank you so much for this beautiful chat.
Thank you very much.
In fact, today's chat, you have helped a lot of families.
Thank you.
You would not know.
Thank
a
you.
lot of families.
Thank you.
But my message today is that if you notice somebody telling you there's something going on about you, maybe a little bit of discussion there, you burst into tears. Or you start walking around and they notice when you're walking alone, you're talking to yourself. Or maybe they notice you just stand still and think deeply for about 2-3 minutes. Then you realize yourself. Then you are losing your memory. You need to walk up to your GP. Your GP or your doctor is your best friend at this point, the way we are living now. Speak to them.
Because the GP may not have that ample time to give you listening ears, but they will sure refer you to so many other organizations. Yes, they will,
People
yeah.
who would help you.
They
But you
will,
start from
give
somewhere.
you, yeah.
But I tell you what,
Suggestions here
in
and there.
England, I don't live somewhere else. I live in England. But in England today, no doctor, if you report anybody, you message a doctor, or you message any authority that there's something going on about somebody, she needs help or he needs help. Nobody will force anybody on any medication until things get out of hand. Because if you visit such person and that person say they are lying, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm living completely fine, they will believe her. They will not force that person until that person does something outrageous or get out of hand. Then they will section that person.
I know.
Please, people, do not wait until that time. When you notice something about you that you have not been doing before,
I know.
you get upset over easily. You get easily just for little issues. Then you start pouring out your mouth. Then you start talking and lamenting over silly issues. Then there's something going on. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye bye.
God bless you. Bye bye. Bye bye. You know, things happen to people. I remember with one of our some of our ex here, when I had a very emotional talk with them, I even had a video done crying. You know, before she now released the video out, can you people remember that video where I was crying, where I was shedding tears? You know, I was very emotional because as at the point, that things were going on then, I was very weak emotionally. There was little I could do. And, before I knew what was happening, I broke down into tears because I can be very emotional. To people that are close to me, they will tell you she can be very, very emotional. She's a very soft person, So it got to me that I broke down, and then the next thing you see, when they record you, they throw it out for the general public to traumatize you with it. Let's assume there's something on your mind that cry, that tears is leading to. Would you even pour out your mind eventually? You wouldn't. You will pass it there that I am just warming up, trying to see if I could trust you to tell you this story. But now look at what you're doing to me with just the introduction. The intro, last one, Shirinya, because I broke down. And then you threw this out. How can I ever count on you or trust you to say, I want to tell you my mind? So that is the fear. The problem that most people are having, that how do I trust him or her? Look at Baba Ogma now. There are times I will talk when he calls me. Baba Ogma has been with me for so many years. For so many years before Straight from the Heart even started show. I'm sure you guys know Dayo Shogunle. He's been with us. I went to one of his parties some 5 years ago, if not more than 2017 or 18. I went to one of his, I think when he turned 50 or his wife turned, was he? No, not his 50th, sorry. He had a party that I attended anyway. So we've been friends. He's been friends, with me on Facebook. And we have, cordial relationship, over the phone. So I called him. And then, he was asking me, oh, yeah, what is wrong? And I broke down into tears. And he was like, just calm down. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Like when I lost my grandma, a lot of you look at it like, oh, I talk about my gran every time. She died as an old woman. But, as at that point, it hit me so bad because I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a maternal grandma. I didn't have a, paternal grandma. And she was the last of my grannies. And now she passed on. So I felt lonely, like, it's their life. Everybody's gone. My dad is gone. My mom is gone. My grannies were all gone. So it really hit me. It hit me so bad. Like, I broke down for so many days indoors. Despite the fact that my grand was 109. And some news and some calls to children from generation to generation were online, dragging my grand, cursing on themselves and their parents and not my grand. It got to me. But then I shook it off again. I just, went back to the mirror, looked at myself, and I told myself, you are a strong woman. You have survived worse things in the past. You can survive this again. And that's it. Just like when they posted my daughter's picture and I was showing my daughter went like, What do they say is wrong with me? That is the person, the miserable person, looking at the child and filming her for public, bullying. Don't they have conscience? Do they even know why I'm there? I wasn't there to do prostitution. I was not there to steal like some teenagers do. I went there to dignify labor. I went there to dignify, my parents' effort over me. I went there to show that I am a responsible young, adult who is getting ready to face life out there and to make a meaning out of it. You know the way Angela took it? Is that how you say it? So, Mom, please leave them. I am not on their Facebook. I will never till the end of time come across it. And when I come across it, if I'm able to chase one or two of them, I make sure I put them to hell. That's what she said. That I will make sure go legally in future. So me, I just say, okay, since it's nothing to you, let's leave it on the side because I don't like to bother my children with some things. No. Ara máa ń lọ mi. Tẹ́ bá rí pé tọ́n bá gbé pé wọ́n wá ti bá gbé pé yẹn fún wọn padà. Ara máa lọ mi ni. N tó lè sọ pé mo fẹ́. So there are a lot of things tó lè depress èèyàn láyé. I know so many of you have gone into hiding because you were depressed and you don't want the world to see you in your real color, that this is what is left of you due to their bullying. Some people have gone into hiding. Some people have gone under fake profile for so many years. They can't even share their day of joy, their day of whatever, of sorrow with anybody because of what they have been through. Lande has been broke. He has some financial, problem. But because, come on, general public master, when people see you dressing well, you have a car, some of them don't know what you have been through. Like myself, I once had the postpartum depression. Some time ago, the people close to me will tell you, and I don't even want to talk. Don't let me talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's leave it for another day. Seriously, I am piling up my stories, and one day will be full enough for me to share it. Because so many of you look at me and you're like, oh, she's such a very strong woman. She's such a da 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 da. Even the strongest women have their very low moments. And the worst of it is when everybody is putting their home burden on her shoulder, when there's nobody that will believe there's a burden on her that needs to be hung on somebody else. That's the irony of life, isn't it? Oh dear. I don't want to talk anymore. So now, when I look at my daughter saying she's getting ready to go to school, and the reality is kind of on me like, okay, they're going on the summer holiday come July, and as soon as the holiday is over, she's off to school, and I'm going to be the only one in the house with Timmy. So when I go back from work, I called her and she's like, Mom, okay, you're back? I said, yes. I said, where is that boy? I now can say, Angela, don't you think this boy now, when you are not at home, he will just be bullying me? You know what my daughter said? If he bully you, you to bully him back. You cannot be doing your no cyber bullying team and not know how to bully. I don't know how to bully him back. I laughed. I just kind of like say, hey, I think what this boy is a sports brat. He likes me to be taking him to school every now and then. Even when I'm running, late and I have to go out, he will say, Mom, you have to drop me off. I said, so where will I hang my life? And if Timmy is not in the house, just go and call Angela. I used to call Angela Apashe. Angela is Apashe. She's a no-nonsense lady. She doesn't talk, but I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. When she's ready to give order, she doesn't care if it is me or, the way she will send out a message and she will, in a very subtle way, she will stand on it and she will be expecting you to what? To submit yourself to the order. So at times I'm like, what kind of child is this one? She will stand on her legs and say, no, Tim, you pick it up. No, pick it now. She will put now. And the now that I cannot use to order him. You just see me pick the thing, jeje. So I wonder at times Aboman gbe 44 mini. That she beat him. But Timmy just kind of have this respect for his sister. I have never, in their entire life, I've never seen them fight before. You know, children fight. I have never seen them argue. Maybe it's because Angela is like almost 4 years older than him. So I don't know how she does that magic. Before Timmy will even do something, if I want to shaka him and say, I will call your father, he will even say, don't call his father. What did he do? Once I tell her, she will go downstairs and meet him. Tim! She doesn't call him Timmy. Tim! You see Timmy say, yes? Why are you shouting my name? And you see Angela say, did you just say I'm shouting your name? But you called me. Oh, am I putting what Timmy did there? I said, okay, what did you do? What mom said you have to pick up. So did you pick? Because I was tired. I did. Okay, now go and pick everything down as I'm standing here. The thing that he's been dragging because it's just me. So now that Angela is going to, you knew is going to be helping me to command this junior commander in the house like this. That's why I feel so low today. I feel so low. I'm just like, so you are going, because you were saying like, Mom, we're going to get my, when are you traveling? When are you coming back? We need to go and do shopping for my room. I need to get some bedspread. I need to get some spreadsheet. I need to get some, and I'm like, really? I need to get some pots. I need to get some candle. Yeah, I need to pick up some frame. So reality is getting done on me. I'm like, oh really? So I didn't, let her say the reaction, my reaction. I just took it in like, I'm not worried. Timati Delati in Nigeria will go. But deep inside me, I feel it down. As much for that, this is how the second one too without go. Only be without be this house. I cannot come and die of depression. No. I will go and stay with my partner. One loseko. It's the big sister thing. I don't know Susan Mason how she does it though. Let me give this boy order now. You see, let the sister call him. And why have you not? And then Marito Masare fast. And only Angela can also send him quickly to the corner shop. When me I want to send him to the corner shop, Timmy, come and quickly go and do the gas. I can't do it online. He said, Mom, I'm coming. Oh my Coco Joko sorry PlayStation. You know children will always be children. I Coco play. After me she played. After me she did. Not at once. You know he's a man. But let Angela call him wants to go and buy her. They have this special ice cream. Tom and Ran, Tesco. Lọ́wọ́ kan mo máa rí tó máa sáré bẹ́ bọ́tà ó sáré lọ tí máa sọ pé ibo ló ti ń wọlé bọ̀. And I went on errand for my sister sent me. Say, hey, really? And wow, me we no get brother and sister here, see my life is depressing for us. So I know what we are going through. And some people, they also live alone. When you live alone abroad, is the worst thing that could happen to anybody if you do not, dedicate yourself to some community work where you'll be seeing people. It could be the library, it could be charity shop. I don't know wherever it is. Maybe you live far away. I want to go to Scotland, Glasgow. Try and familiarize yourself with the society if you don't have a child or a partner living with you. It's the quickest thing. Láti pààyàn láyé yìí, òun ni loneliness ní abroad. Loneliness can kill faster than anything. The depression of you having to go to parties, kòkòrò àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ kan kẹ́mọ́ tí ń bẹ̀ kó padà sínú ilé, ó yẹ ẹmu tí ẹ̀ ń fà sìgá, kíní kan tún rẹ́ ní sí tán máa ń fà ṣeré ṣíṣà ni. Àwọn ṣíṣe máa ráwọ obìnrin pati wọ́n tún fi yẹn kẹgbẹ́ sí wọ́n á jọ kóra sínú mọ́tò yáàyò wọ́n á máa túbà ìyá. Tó bá délé kó àkùwà tètè ẹ̀fẹ́ ni tí ó bá ti ṣàbíamọ́. Ìyẹn pààyàn ju anything lọ àìtí ṣàbíamọ́. So don't see it as anything, it's not a big deal. Familiarize yourself with people. Má bá àwọn tán máa fi nǹkan bú ẹ ṣeré, àwọn kan wà kan fi bú ẹ lásán. You see me, I have a very bad mouth. Because when people come for me, mi ò kí wọ́n fún wọn because ìgbà táwọn ń báṣì mi yẹn, you don't know what is happening to my mental health. I told you, at times, tán bá gbé wá lóní bashing, mo máa ń báṣì kọjá orí Facebook débi pé mo máa ń dábọ̀ ẹlòmíì tẹ́pẹ́ níyà máa sọ fún mi pé wá wojú mi dáadáa sórí mi. Àwọn kì í ṣẹgbẹ́ yín lórí social media, mi ò ń ṣe sábọ̀dù wo look my face, màá ní sorry mo rò pé àwọn ni ẹ má bínú sá. Because ma koramo anybody. Ma ti gbàgbéra ni. You know, at times when you're aggressive, you don't even get to, see it yourself. You need the people around you to say, oh, no, come on, you sound aggressive. Are you going through anything abnormal that you would like us to hear? The way I will shout on him when he serves me, I will serve him, boom. I said, how dare you? Nobody talks to me in that manner. I said, sorry. You two, why did you talk to me in that manner first? I said, well, do me, can share yes about the junk. Because when they bash you mentally, it's just like when you're raising a child with aggression. If care is not taken, the only language they will understand is aggression before they listen to you. If you don't slap them, if you don't yell at them, if you don't abuse them, they don't bow to your order. It's funny, right? I know it's funny. Likewise, some of us in our relationship, if you're going through something and you don't want to express it, and before you know it, that behavior, you will be spreading to those that that don't even deserve such treatment from you. Or you see yourself reacting, how will I call this? In a irrational way. You're being irrational, you're being aggressive. It's just like somebody say, can I please use your pen? And you just look at the person and say, what for? And the person will raise a brow like, why that response, what for? I humbly ask to use your pen. You don't have to look at me aggressively and say, what for? How else do you want me to say? Can I please use a pen? And next thing, what for? If I don't need your pen, I wouldn't humbly ask you that, can I please use it? Probably just for a second, or two. But because that person, don't be the word for you, is going through something else in his brain. And anybody to ba around there, likewise, me, when I talk to him at times, the way he would raise his voice at me and shout on me, and I me too, I work out my own jeje. I close the table chat. When everybody calm down, we'll talk. So everybody with one or two things, John shaking. Auntie Tutu, I have not been activating. I have been peeling my my PayPal instead. I'm sorry, I'll activate it. Let me see if I'll have time to do, wait. I'll be pinning my PayPal instead. I'll be pinning my PayPal. Pending the time that I'll activate the star. I'll do it. So Sherry, depression no shame continue my Sherry. It could come from any angle. It could come from any angle. Ẹlòmíì tó bá lóyún, tó bá bímọ tán, pé ó tiẹ̀ máa kọ́kọ́ dé dátọ́ ọmọ nílùú òyìnbó, tí ò sẹ́ni tó máa ṣe ní pẹ̀lẹ́. Ẹlòmíì ò tí níwèé. Ó lè jẹ́ ọmọ tó bí tẹ́lẹ̀ ìyá àbí bàbá àbáwọn yọkú ẹ̀kan náà wá bẹ́ẹ̀ tọ́. Wà wá bí mi sílùú òyìnbó, gbogbo àwa wà lonely. Ó lè jẹ́ aláfẹ́fẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ̀ ní ẹ́, ìjọ tó yẹ kó jẹ́jọ́ kó mọ. Kò sí anybody wọn ò ní pẹ́ràn. Ìwọ nìkan nínú ilé adúró, yéhun ló máa dá ṣe. Do you understand? I can spend my vacation in my house without stepping outside for 5 days. No, Adiola Adeyemi, I understand. But you see, even at that, àwọn nǹkan ni yóò máa rí out there ló fi jẹ́ pé ìta òun ẹ̀ tó fi jẹ́ pé you can do anything. Like myself too. I don't get bored indoors. But it got to a point I sat myself down and I asked myself some sincere question that if this and this and this and this were to go this way, would you still stay indoor? The answer is no. If this and this and this and this is to be like this, would you prefer indoor? My answer came as no again. Despite the fact that yes, home girl Nimi. I love, being at home. I'm not that, I'm not so much of a socialite. I do say this. It is my status that is taking me out to all the parties you see me going in Nigeria. It is my status. Auntie Tutu here can testify. Because we do party together a lot. And all of them always force me out of my shell to talk and to mingle. I love to meet people. I laugh. But, it's going to take someone that is very close to me to get something out of my mouth. Kintole soro. Wajeniti o kinche. you know, Tio Kinshe, you must be my Halarifi, kind of. Like all these my sisters now, they know how to make me talk. Some of them will shake their bum and I wouldn't have a choice but to laugh and, you know, probably smack them and, you know, they will tell you she can be overly quiet even at parties. I have a friend that will force me to talk. My friend PJ will say, AJ, would you like some drink? Muna, jekamu vodka, jekamu kinikon. And I'll just look at her because I know she was trying to make me talk. She would try anything to make me talk because the people on the table at some point feel like, oh, as much as she talks online, why is she not saying something? I know my friend is trying hard to make me say something. So it's funny. But that's just my nature. When I don't know you, I don't call up to people, to strangers. I am not someone that, you know, me okin tete me famzy at all. And kito turaka woman take time. I try to study people's nature. Who is this one? Why is she laughing at me? Why does she want to hug me? Is she just a mere fan or she has an ulterior motive? So, woman kokowo. At times, it's even depression or some mental this that will make you to be even scared of people. With what we are seeing on Facebook, you should be like that. That is what they have remolded me into. I don't like people just hugging me because in my head, please don't come and rub me with juju. I know what you guys are capable of doing. Because I've seen the height of wickedness on Facebook during the course of my no cyberbullying, you know, movement. So it is not someone said whenever you attend parties, one can easily notice that in you. You know, that's just me. I just want to see the celebrant and I just want to get seated in one corner, be on my own, laugh with the people I can laugh with, and then, you know, just be on my own. Although she comes out with me a lot of times, you know, she would tell you, sister Mieshe, and where you now give me everything to eat, that is, ibiti wala mi tuma wabere, ke to force me jeun. Afiki yari awon ọ̀rẹ́ mi gidi. I don't even eat out. I don't drink out. You only see me ask for water. When I say water, I will insist water till they bring me water. If they put drinks in front of me, mo lè má sọ̀rọ̀. So most times, got a ban law, and when you ma tún gbé gbogbo drink yẹn lódindi bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n á tún pack ẹ̀ tẹ̀lé mi. But for coming alone, a gbọ́dọ̀ gbélé ìgbétọ̀hún fún yín. Àìmọye gèlè náà máa kó fún mi ò ní dé party yẹn. Wọ́n á tún wá máa pa àwọn tó ń ṣe party pé ẹ send account kí tẹ̀ kọ́lé fún wọn kọ́kọ́ tó mọ̀ pé mi ò lọ party yẹn. So it's not that I'm isolating myself. It's just my nature. And at times, my mood is not even out there. We all have one or two things that we are, you know, battling with deep inside us that we do not wish to share with someone because we don't trust a whole lot of people not to talk about us behind us. We have friends, you know, I was telling you about my friend that will overdress anytime we say we're going for a casual outing. My friend would dress like and lossy patini. So, she's passing through depression. So at times when we are talking, and she's an home girl like me, she apart from work home, she doesn't party at all as well. So it took me a while before I could force it out of my mouth. Mo wá pè njọ́ yẹn mo ní kí ló ń ṣe ẹ̀ náà tó kọ́ múra bíi, let's say ajáde ń sìn àwárí nǹkan. Pọ́ọ̀sì yẹn lè wọ́n lè pe pọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ní bíi 500 yo. Ara blue, ara purple, ara green, ara red of the same design. Do you know it's depression as well? Those purses could be inside a wardrobe for 10 years. You only know any one of them. So it took me a while to come up with a depression of different shades. Lower. She dresses well. She just want to look good. She does not have a partner. She wouldn't go out. She would not socialize. She will not go out. She will buy and buy and buy and buy. So one day, we were just talking. And then she came to my house. God so good, one of my friends again, that's Tumubuati John Barawabo, Lati Kekere Latiko, some 20-something years ago. That one now came with her, coincidentally. And we noticed that she came out with a very, tacky hair, nice dress, but very tacky hair, tacky knitwear, but very nice dress under. like kéèyàn lọ wá designer dress kó wọ̀ kó wá gbé very tacky jumper tó ti pẹ́ kó wá gbé tacky ẹ̀ lé ìjọ ẹ̀ mo wá bèé pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan pé look at irú aṣọ tó wọ̀ kí ló yẹ tó gbèrú ó ní depression ni pé bọ́n ṣe sọ pé wọ́n ń gbé òun bọ̀ jáde pé ní òun kàn déédéé dùn ní pé òun bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ mi pé òun tiẹ̀ kọ́ máa jáde òun máa escape kúrò nínú home òun mo ní escape ó ní yes ó ní I'm depressed mo ní you are depressed ó ní yes pé depression yìí ti fẹ́ pa òun and this is sọmọ tèmi máa ń rò pé tabatẹ̀ ti fẹ́ jáde àfi kó múra fẹ́ para ẹ̀ till date I still love her like I love my daughter. I still check on her because she's still depressed. Ask me if she doesn't have a good partner. She has a very good partner. She even has a man that has interest in her. Nice guy, caring. She's also caring. She's a wonderful mom to her children. But that depression is still there. Whatever might have been the cause, láti be 5-7 years, that's in the is still there, still eating her up. And that's why I always tell people that this country is not where depression, yo, Susan Messing. No, this one, she has depression. She used to cry. It's not just this buying the compulsive buying disorder. This one, CBD. This one, she used to break down in tears. She would break down in tears at times and just cry. Most times, my mom make him lost because the house is a bit far from me. My mom make him drive all the way down to spend because I do go. I spend time with her. I surprise her at times, just to be with her because I know what it means to be depressed. So I go to spend time with her at times. Maniko Jeka Sonje. I always tell you that cooking is very therapeutic for me personally. I don't know about you. If you are going through, a particular, thing, try and do things that will take your mind off everything. Things that can actually grab your concentration. I'm not talking about driving. I love to drive, but it's very dangerous for people with depression to drive. So I choose things like cooking. I love to cook. I love to iron clothes. So I stand there arranging sleeve after sleeve, trouser after trouser. I iron, focused. As I'm ironing, I'm processing thoughts. As I'm cooking, I'm processing thoughts. I am focused. I want to bring out shaki. I'm cutting. I'm doing pancake. Oh, sorry, guys. I think I forgot to tell Angela that she needs. Angela! Pardon me, guys. Oh, thank you. Hold on, guys. Emma Bino. Torí ọmọ yẹn tí ó ti ń kọ music yẹn ò ní jẹ́ ká rí tí rí mú mi nínú ilé yìí. Ọ̀rẹ́ ló pé yes, it's still depression. Kan tí mo sọ nìyẹn pé kéèyàn kàn máa ra nǹkan kò má need ẹ̀. It's like you are using those things to console yourself. Well, they are not things that you need, but you're just consoling yourself, trying to cover up, for people not to see that weak side of yours. That's what it looks like. Àwọn kọ́kọ́ ẹlòmíà máa fi ògbójú bójú so that àwọn èèyàn ò ní rí. Torí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe feel fún Ijoba Lande yẹn pé he's going through a lot, but he wants to be a man. He doesn't want to let his people down, and he does not want his business associates, his business counterpart, his wife, his family members to notice that he's going through depression. Because I want pè depression torí orúkọ tó ń pè lóyìnbó, but ẹ rántí pé òsínwín náà máa ń pè lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ kán rí òun bí òsínwín pé yàn ń sínwín díẹ̀díẹ̀. Kí lẹ rò pọ́n máa ń pè kíní tó máa ń pè ní àbísínwín yẹn? Àbísínwín is postpartum depression now. Ẹ dẹ̀ máa rí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó bá máa stigmatize èèyàn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, wọ́n á sọ pé àbísínwín ń sí ọmọ òun. If you concur with me, let me see your thumbs up. I work with some young children who are going through depression, PTSD. Their father kept screaming at the young girls that only needed a fatherly burnt. He kept screaming and telling them how for every little thing, demoralizing them and pulling their confidence down. This is a typical example of our pathetic ways of training children. The young children have been on therapy CBT over the years. Wow. Wow. You know, at times, even myself, I always call myself back that don't shout on children before you make them do things. There are times I apply another logic. Instead of me saying, Timmy, to bá gbé kíní ẹlẹ́ni wo máa ṣe ṣége fún òní law school. I just go to him, I place my hand on his shoulder and I say, Àyìndé, ọkọ mi àtàtà, ọkọ ìyá ẹ̀, wo ọmọ tó máa fẹ́ fún mi jẹ́ kó nídìí o, kó lọ́yàn o máa kọ́kọ́ bá ṣeré. You go like, what? A ti gbàgbé pé mi àtòun ti jà. Akọ́kọ́ pé, what are you talking about? You have started. Ẹni ọkọ mi, ṣúgbọ́n àwọn abọ́ tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn yín ń sọ mi. Ṣùgbọ́n kó wọ́n lolo mẹ́rin bẹ́ẹ̀, ó yá wa lọ fọ̀ ń sìn. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá fọ́tọ́ ká wá jọ ṣó máa jáde lọ́la kájọ lọ jẹ. You know, go on YouTube and check about learning skills. It will show you the wrong way of parenting and the right way of parenting, all in one diagram, all in one picture, all in one little movie. It will tell you this is the way to approach them and this is the wrong way that we have been approaching them. We can get the required results if only we use this approach and not use that other approach. Now look at social media. Look at the day people were saying, I told Kukute that I'm sorry. You think I don't know what I was doing? Because I had a project at hand. I wish to deliver that project without anybody having to disturb those innocent little children that straight from the heart and although she be talking about Kesumo. But for us to achieve that goal, and let it be not because of any other thing. We have to learn all those things. Skills. It's called leadership skills. So I left them. Well, I didn't. I was blessed with them naturally. Reason why I calmed him down so we could achieve that goal. And to the glory of God, we did. So there are people that I have crossed. I was listening to BC the day BC was doing a show and saying, Abike Jagaban, no. Èèyàn máa ń pe wèrè nígbà mi ní bọ̀dà kó lè jẹ́ kí èèyàn rí ilé ayé gbé ni. There are people that I know that they have their own syndrome tí ó ń bá wọn jà already and they just needed to be treated like a toddler. Tí wọ́n jẹ́ mo ṣe máa ń sọ pé ó máa ń ṣe bí ọmọ tó ní autism because you have to tell him nǹkan kan fún láti ju ìwà ìkà tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ because he's a destroyer naturally and people with such temper should not even be allowed near anything good or called success. So things are happening. This social media is part of the things that are, that builds, my confidence, dear, wait, we will get there. And I feel for the people that cannot even afford to bring their face, out that they are the one, under this profile or that, fake profile. But kudos to all of you that are hanging in there and that are telling yourself that you can become better, you can beat depression. Please, hang in there, speak out, talk to people that you trust. It happened to me before. I won't lie to you. And, I picked a few that I could, confide in. And I told them my mind sincerely. And they were there for me. And I also sought, medical help. Because we all do have our low moments, and this I have always said time often on my show. Woman saw directly, we all have our, low moment and our high moment. So everybody does. We all do. Why? I'm not saying online. Look at how many people has called me today. I can tell that most of them are, also passing through one thing or the other. And I can bet you, 80% of gbogbo àwọn tá ń gbé lu òyìnbó àtòyìnbó àti dúdú là ń pass through one depression or the other. It's a normal thing. Ó kọ jura wọn lọ ni. So it's not anything tó wà abnormal. It's when it is not well managed, when it is not, well taken care of, Loma escalate to see that very uncontrollable, level. So the earlier, the better you speak to someone. I called my partner, I spoke to him, he spoke to me. I called a few people and I told them how I was feeling as at the period. We knew what called for it. And, you know, I spoke to a few people, and that's it. So talking about it alone is a one step, you know, ahead. You are beating it by being able to gather the courage, you know, to tell someone of what you're passing through and how you would, you know, get help around you. They will advise you. There's no big deal there. Omoshema Sopo, when you see most of the people that attack me online, it's because their case have gone past stage 1 and stage 2. When people come online to tell lies on you, things that never happened, you know, remember when they said I came out with the king's nudity? You know, things that never happened. Instead of me taking it too serious, yes, I took it serious to some extent by, you know, suing them. But then I still feel pity for those people spilling rubbish that never happened because they need mental help. And the better they seek for it. And when anyone won't go through killer consent, psychosis, hallucination, they hallucinate, they can see their son stealing. They can see their first child. When they tell lies on you, it's what they see, what they are hallucinating. So because I've been there, I understand what they are trying to do. Some of them try to cover up with lies, to cover up their shame. Most of our bully pay is because they are passing through our mental clinic. But stress, longer depression, in case you don't know, accumulated stress. Our proper one, what to do, osinwi, ti o she control more. Don't get me wrong, go. When depression gets to a certain level stage, to feel like escalate. You are treatable, o mama logun love forever and you. And when you stop that ogun, thinking you will get better or you are better, o ma relapse. Toba ma break out worse you. So when they put you on medication, please do not stop the medication for your own sake. I know what I'm, you know, talking about. I am not a mental nurse. I don't work in the mental unit, but please, I'm begging you, do not stop that medication if it's helping you. Because to stop it, problem what's sinning. Do you understand? May God help each and every one of you. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká rí wàhálà. Ọlọ́run á bá mi bo òróró tura sí gbogbo yín gbogbo wa tá and go through one thing or, you know, or the other. I know it's not easy. Being a single parent is not easy. This is why I always tell people that women that are going through a lot, do not chase men that are having interest in you away. Give them a chance. You might have been hurt, you know, by one man, 2 men, 3 men, or some women out there. You know, women and men, you have to give love a chance again. Emma tori lágbájá ni mo fẹ́. Rí tàmẹ̀dù ni mo fẹ́ rí. O ta ló tún máa fẹ́ mi. Ta ló fẹ́ wọ̀dọ̀ mi. Give love a chance again. Because another man's poison is always another man's food. For every woman that has been rejected by one man, you are very much desired out there by another man, waiting for you to just say yes. So don't see it as the end of the road. For those men that got dumped by one woman, you are ready to be picked up by another queen out there. You just have to open your eyes, you know, pick up the courage, liven, you know, the atmosphere for yourself. You know, Emma rora yin pin pe kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ fún yín mọ́. Anju gbogbo ẹ lọ. Ẹ tẹpá mọ́ṣẹ́. Téèyàn bá ní depression, tó bá tún rówó tọ́jú ara ẹ, tó yẹ pé àwọn kan tí wọn ò yẹ kán máa fẹ́ ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ló tún lọ gbé rẹ kọ́ lọ́rùn, ó máa worse sí. So by working papa, you'll be in an environment where you talk to people, where you have people that will talk to you, people you can, you know, socialize pẹ̀lú tó máa lè báwọn náà ṣe ń sọ. Just get yourself, you know, physically, emotionally, and, you know, psychologically involved. How are you? Oh, my daughter bought me my favorite sweet. You know, what sweet Thank you. She wants to make me happy. So I was telling my friends, what am I going to do when you're off to school? I'm okay, darling. Yeah, how I'm going to miss you. So when is it? Oh, you're even telling me what am I going to do without you? Angela, don't be wicked. So come. What month is that? What month is it? Are you going finally? September? You're gonna make me cry again.
It's a long time.
It's not, Angela, because you're already planning to buy bed sheets, to buy pots. That's the reality of it. You don't have even mentioned it. Stop it. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. It's not that long.
I'm here for a long time.
How many months in a long time? Don't be wicked. Don't be insensitized. I am a mother. I call her in school, Mama.
Yes, I'll come and visit you.
You come and visit me. You didn't tell me why you didn't come and visit. Go down, not nice. Don't worry. We will be paying ourselves, regular visits. I love you.
Love you too.
Still. Remember, you are still going one day forever with your husband. So I'll be getting used to it. All right, my love. Are you cooking? Did you get eggs?
Oh, I didn't get eggs.
I was gonna make Timmy pancake. Mo fẹ́ bá ṣe pancake ni.
There's no egg at all.
Mi bá ti rà ńgbà tí mo ń bọ̀ lọ́sàn-án ẹ̀ ṣe lọ Tesco.
It's raining very heavily.
Is it? Ó bá ti gbé mọ́tò mi. African shop dẹ̀ máa lẹ́yìn o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí mi pé ní pé kí tí mi lọ rà wá pé mo fẹ́ bá ṣe pancake kó máa lọ kó wọ jacket. Ó máa lọ. I'll make it. Just get the egg. I'll come and make it. I can't sleep anymore because I feel very down and emotional right now, knowing what women are going through out there, So please, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà online, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wà sensitized lẹ́kọ̀ọ̀kan tá a bá gbọ́ pé story kan trend. This is not the right time to be bashing Lande's wife. It's not the right time. You see, you only make things worse for that your victim tẹ́ feel pé ẹ̀ ń jà fún. Remember, you're not talking of someone that is mentally sound. The more you write stuff, remember he's a skit maker, he's got access to his online account. He mentioned it today, he has access to it. So gbogbo àwọn Americans, black Americans nǹkan kan tẹ́ máa ń gbọ́ pé wọ́n hang ara wọn yẹn. Kí lẹ rò pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn? Wọ́n ka nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń bully wọn online every day. Every day. I saw one, let me see, I think I shared it today. Let me check. Hold on a second. Ìjọlá ló tún lọ ra sweet fún mi. Yẹ́yẹ́ mi mo gbé yín ìjókòó. Ẹ bá ti gbọ́ pé yín yẹn má sọ pé èmi ni o. Èyí wọn sì fi mí lẹ́lẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. I think I saw. Let me show you. Look at this. Look at this. Some years back, this is Okete saying, permanent rest for ìyá òun àtòun fúnrara òun, RIP. Only ẹ pa wèrè dànù anywhere you see her, so we can donate GoFundMe for ìyá òun Adébísí ìyá òun àtòun fúnrara òun. Can you see? This is years back, the show they held, where they were even telling each other pé kán pa ọ̀tá ti tèmi ní Nàìjíríà pé kán waste here. This is like 5 years ago. Now read it. Can you read it? Are things like this not meant to depress you? When you know some people are even after your life, they don't even care if you die. Why would I care? Tí wọ́n bá táwọn náà bá kúkú oró dànù kó parẹ́ má bẹ trailer. Ṣé gbọ́ nǹkan tó kọ? Ó ní Adébísí ìyá òun àwọn fẹ́ kí òun kú dànù. Confirm ní apart you ṣe. Ó dẹ̀ ń dáwó gbé account yẹ síbẹ̀. For those of you who haven't seen this before, when you see me coming out, I'm coming for this girl. Coming for her badly. This is some 4-5 years ago. Orúkọ ẹlẹ́rìí yẹn. Ó ní ìyá òun láì kí n ṣe èmi pé àwọn fẹ́ kí ó kú dànù, kí ìyá òun kú dànù, kó òun kú kó jìjì dànù, because ó ń suffer nǹkan míì tó jù kí níbẹ̀ lọ ṣẹ́rí. Ó ní permanent rest for ìyá òun kó tó di pé wá rìn wòwò wọjà. So ṣẹ́rí pé nǹkan tó ń suffer gan pàápàá òun ti nìyẹn. Ó tún sọ o. Ó ní this show is eating her. Ó ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún Anamayowa because wọ́n jọ ń ṣe ní níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Ó ní this show eats her. Because you see, when they bully, when they try to put you in depression, they still come back to see your reaction. Are we getting to her? That's what, when Dorcas is out for you, she will still be monitoring you pé ṣé o ti kú, ṣé kìíní yẹn hit yẹ, ṣé o kú, ṣé o ti kú dànù. And she meant it. Ìgbà tí mo lọ wo ìkan lára àwọn response ìyá ẹ̀ sí lẹ́nìí mò ń bọ̀. Tí mo lọ wo kan lára àwọn response ìyá ẹ̀, mo rí bí ìyá ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń gbé ṣépè pé mo rò pé okay, how are people not saying this thing? Àìmọye wọn tó ti cause bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ní nǹkan bànújẹ́. Pé táwọn èèyàn bá rí kó sí tẹ́ ṣe máa sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ forgive ẹ. You know what they have done to me. Tí n bá go láti sìn wọ ọdún tó ń bọ̀ láì relent fún wọn. But ta ló fẹ́ bá wọn wà nú ẹrọ̀fọ̀? Kọ̀ràn yẹn jẹ́ kémi dúró lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan kí n máa dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Thank you Abike freelancer. Kí n kàn máa dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Kọ́sọ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ ní nǹkan tó ń rò, ọ̀tọ̀ ní nǹkan tí wọ́n bá. Ọlọ́run ló bá wa ṣe. Ọlọ́run ló bá wa ṣe. Ó kọjá nǹkan tó rò. Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ kí ní tó fi rìn wòwò wọjà yẹn. Ọlọ́run ló orchestrate ẹ̀ fúnra ẹ̀. Tí mo ṣe máa ń sọ fún yín pé ọ̀bọ ló máa parẹ́ tó bá ti tásìkò. Ẹ̀yin ò dé ńgbà tó gbéraga. Ògbélé tẹ́tú ṣe ń wòye lè kéré. Ó kéré jìnnà. Tó máa sọ pé kán pa ìyá òun dànù kí ìyá òun fojú sunkún ọmọ. Because people don't know the genesis of it. So when I come back, kí wọ́n á ṣe fún àwa fẹ́ parẹ́. I don't just have a time because ó sì máa ṣe rẹ̀ léṣe ju ibi tó bá dé yẹn lọ. A sì máa wòrán ẹ̀ lórí ìkànnì yìí. Ó sì máa ṣe. So anyway, don't let me bring Amaka into this one again. Mo kàn digress díẹ̀ ni deliberately. So ẹ jẹ́ ká fi Ijoba Lande lẹ̀. Nǹkan tó máa dùn mọ́nú ni kẹ́ máa kọ. Ẹni tó bá lè help ẹ pẹ̀lú financial problem tó, the debt, help him. If you cannot, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bash wọn dì mọ́. Ìyàwó ẹ̀yẹn has nothing to do. Èèyàn tó ní depression ló lè sọ pé ìyàwó òun fẹ́ pa òun. Instead of people suspecting, kẹ́yìn rò pé, ìyàwó ló ń bàṣẹ. Ẹ fún ní mental help. Kárí ẹ̀ bá yá dáadáa. Ìjọ ẹ̀lẹ́ tó lè ṣe kíni. Someone said, Queen AJ, you should do half of what they do to you to them. Half of what they did to you to them since 2016. None of them can survive it. Trust me. I understand Informer James. And tabanika foro ya oro tán pẹ̀lú wọn. Èèyàn máa di dìgbòlugi. And Ọlọ́run ní nǹkan tó máa ṣe fún wọn o. Tó bá tásìkò ẹ̀san gangan kán má bàa múyàn lájẹ. Ó bẹ́tà ká fọwọ́ lẹ́rán ká máa wò ṣe Ọlọ́run gbà mí. Ẹ mọ̀ kọ́rọ̀ ẹnu tèmi tí bá ti sọ lórí àwọn tí mo dẹ̀ bọ́ sẹ́yìn ilẹ̀kùn tí mo bá Ọlọ́run sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ lórí wọn. I leave the rest and I sleep sound because I know pọ́lọ́ máa ṣe ni. Òun ló dífá fún ẹ̀sìn ayérayé tọ́mọ yẹn ṣe. Kò lè jẹ́ èèyàn mọ́. Akọ ògbójú nìkan ló kọ̀kù tó ń lò. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa rírun nǹkan tó ṣubú tẹ̀ tó tún máa jẹ́ èèyàn mọ́. Kéèyàn máa ṣe orí kíní kó máa wo wa rẹ̀ pọ́nbélé lójoojúmọ́. Ìwòwà rẹ̀ nínú inbox. Ẹ wo èyí tó ń bá pò ẹ jẹ́ ká fẹ̀fẹ́lẹ̀. Ìyẹn gan ẹ̀san ni. Ọlọ́run ẹ̀san ẹ jẹ́ ká máa kan sára sí ká tún máa rán létí ìtókù tí ò ti ṣe. Bí kàbá ní kó òun dákà ẹgbẹ́ òun lóhùn délẹ̀ ìka máa di púpọ̀ ni. Ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka wà rí. Someone said, sometimes I don't see AJ as ordinary human being because she has seen a lot on this Facebook and she's still standing tall. Is it just on Facebook? One day my story will be ripe enough, full enough to tell. And I will remove all forms of itiju and sentiment and I will sit proudly one day on the TV to tell my story. And you'll probably understand it all. Enjoying. But till then, let's continue to say no to cyberbullying and to give, each other support. Ọlọ́run á sìn wá débẹ̀. Ní dòkòkò tó dìgbà yà ní mo sáré ọmọ. Àbúrò ní ṣe kankan nu gbogbo àwọn ògo wẹrẹ wa. Ọwọ́ ayé ò ní tẹ̀ wọ́n. Ọwọ́ kẹyìn ò ní tẹ̀ wọ́n. Thank you. Malara Headman says, It has been God all the way, YBO. I am one of the scholars on this Facebook who you are God's chosen. We thank God. We thank God, Omolara. You know, at times I don't know how I do it, but there are things I've even passed through that I think they are even worse than what I saw on Facebook. Did you hear that? Some other things happened to me that I believe they are even worse than the things I saw on Facebook. At least Facebook, I don't know them. We all know they are just pained, they are just bitter, they are just, being this mean because of envy, 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 and wickedness. Don't let me say there are other things that happened that doesn't even have anything to do with Facebook. And I find it very mean. Don't let me talk about it. We'll talk about it some other day. We'll talk about it. That day will come. It could be years to come. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, àtẹ̀mí mi àtẹ̀mí yín lájọ máa fi jókòó tá máa sọ tá máa wá rẹ́rìn kéékèèké níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Not now. No, now. Things happen and, I just thank God. I thank God people go funny. I always try to do my best, and when I can't handle it anymore, I just leave it for posterity to judge. So I thank God. So we're going to be bringing this show on again. I don't think it's the first time I'll be talking about depression. So lágbára Ọlọ́run, màá tún wá with my face hopefully. Once I'm strong, with my face hopefully, we'll come and talk about it. But right now, wallahi mi go right ara mi lọ títí. So not now, Adetola. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. I'm going to leave you now. I leave everyone that is passing through one or two, challenges in the hands of God. The Lord Almighty will touch you, where your shoe is hurting. He will apply the healing balm, of Gilead upon it and restore all that you have lost. It will give you hope. It will give you happiness. It will give you life, a full, meaningful life to live, once again. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló máa ń báyàn búrúrú síbi tí bàtà ti gbé ń tàyàn lẹ́sẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lè máa kọ́sìn ìrònú àbí ká wo lẹ́ni ká máa rò pé èèyàn ò dáa, kó wo lẹ́ kó rò pé ò dáa, ò fine, ò wà well deserving of ọkùnrin gidi, ọmọ gidi àtàwọn nǹkan gidi ayé. Depression ló máa ń múyàn máa feel low bẹ́ẹ̀ nípa ara èèyàn. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ mú kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. So yín Ọlọ́run á bá yín bòróró ìtura sí. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní nǹkan tó ń pass through. At times it's not even financial. At times kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́kọ̀dé. Kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́kọ̀dé. I have a man that is loving. I have, it's other things nígbà mi tẹ́ pé wàá kọ̀ ló wáyé. Á dẹ̀ hit ẹ. Ó kọ́lé, some of you just need to leave your environment. You need to leave your environment. Spread out. Talk to people. Get yourself, how did I say? Communicate with people. There's a word I'm searching for since. Get yourself engaged. Yes, getting yourself engaged. You get yourself engaged with people. Talk more often. Express yourself. Don't keep anything, for too long inside you. If you don't say it out, it will burst into your brain. That's why you have to, find that very good friend. It could be at work, it could be Oyinbo, it could be an elderly person, it could be around auntie. I say, since I reduced my circle, that is when I knew that the people in my circle before were snitches. Everything about me used to come out there. Since I reduced my circle, is it that things did not happen to me? Things happened to me, to the glory of God. I'm alive. But the people close to me, they are more savage. They are more friendly. Come.
Can I take this now?
Yeah, I saw it. I hid it back. You brought it out. Yeah, behind those bags, inside there. Yeah, I said push it in recently. So you went to when I was looking for milk. Okay, that's fine. Take it and bring it. We wash it. Is it? But I can't hear it rain. Is it? Okay, we are my grandma to Loma worry. Has it hitting though?
Yeah.
Kilo je. Vejeba. Mo ti gbọ́ bẹ̀ jáde. Okay. All right. I'll join you soon. Thank you, Adechola Chaibata Benyade. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. At times I feel like letting you all. I need that hug. You know, there are times I just feel like, oh, I wish they know I need a hug right now. And at times I feel like, sending out my love and my hugs and my kisses to a lot of people too. We all do need this, at some point in our lives, just so on to assure us that it's going to be fine, we're going to be fine. What's the big deal there? It doesn't have to do with money. It's not money at all. That's why you see any Tony so. Because it's depression. They are going through one or two things that way. They are weak to deal with it. They can't handle it. They have money. You open their account, you see fat money in there. They haven't killed anyone, no. Just that there are some strangers in their head talking to them, communicating with them. It's looking crazy to them. They can't handle it and nobody could see it and nobody is offering help. Hence they hand it themselves. That's it. That's it. So kò ń ṣe àrùn tálákà. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn tí ò lówó lọ́wọ́ nìkan náà ni. Àwọn olówó mi náà wà, àwọn náà pass through same thing. Ọlọ́run á bá wa di gbogbo èèyàn tó ń pass through. It is well. So when I come out, I will try and bring a part 2. We'll try and, talk about it further, Lagbara alone. So pending that time, I'm leaving all of you in the hands of God. It is well with us. It is well with our souls. The Lord Almighty will perfect all that is imperfect, right now in our lives. He will perfect it. He will perfect it. And He will make us an overcomer over all of the challenges. Lagbara alone. Okay, you all should take care, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your evening, enjoy the rest of your day, and have a fabulous weekend. I need to go and find something to cook for my son. Only my son now. There are really nothing quite almost if you are we are not a more that you when you were for making wash pancake here from JJ. That will make his Friday evening, because to me, he wouldn't sleep till around 12, 1. Just as he get weekend. But it's not that you are all day. Or to also replace PlayStation, then you more play. So if I don't want him to starve, bash pancake, bash chicken wings, go fish alale Friday. That's my boyfriend in the house. So you all should take care. I love you. Enjoy. I'm not being what in just sweet. On JJ Mojoko Tanjola Laura City bag in land. Let me show you how plenty sweet. Lucy for me. Only none. Only none. Ẹ̀yà ìpín jẹ́jẹ́ mo jókòó Tájọlá lọ gbé báàgì ẹ̀ wá bá mi jẹ́jẹ́ mi ni bẹ́yìn yìí bá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí èèpọ̀n rọmọ yìí sí mi ó náà bought you something that will make you happy. Mo ní what over hide. I only sent him coke. You all heard me when I say buy me coke o. Ó wá bá mi gbé squashes. Yín lè kú. Yín wọn ò lè bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yín mọ̀ jẹ́ pẹ̀lú yín ẹ̀gbẹ́ òsì. I don't hate gum. But you see me munch. Lẹ́kọ̀ọ̀kan tí ò yé yín. Nǹkan tí mo rún jẹ nìyẹn squashes yẹn ní ilé ìkọ̀ngàn marshmallow. If I want to stay hyper, I'll just eat like 20. Anyway, Antolu Sunday. My auntie, I love you. You are the best. I'll call you now. We have a K I'm about to do. Hallelujah. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Married to say in demo. I won't check it again after this one. Let me leave you all. Can you wonderful evening? I love you. And Lande and his entire household would leave them in the hands of God. The Lord Almighty will take charge of the situation. The Lord Almighty will correct all that needs to be corrected. He will send him helpers from above. And the wife too. May the Lord Almighty gain ground for her in her home, because we can see it very glaring that the husband's family, they don't like her. Only my people won't block and want to look bukata wa gugu to yeko mako fawon ofin gba toju omo. Like I told you, ki se gbogbo obìnrin tó kọ́mọ wá fọ́kọ ló ń jẹ́ bùkátà. Wọ́n kàn wá fọ́kọ yẹn ṣe adé orí ni. Kò mí pa wọn kan yẹn ló ń bá wọn gbọ́ bùkátà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. kò mean ẹ̀kan kan àwọn èèyàn lè fún àwọn ọmọ wa yìí lówó mi ò rí èèyàn tó máa sọ pé òun náà oṣooṣù oye báyìí lè mo set aside fún ẹwà bí kẹ́ àtàwọn ọmọ kan máa ná o bùkátà mi mo dá gbé tó dájọ́ tọkùnrin yẹn bá pòórá kò ní wọ̀ mí lọ́rùn ó lè rántí wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ̀kan wà ẹgbà ilé bóyá kẹ́ bá dìdí lọ bóyá dìdí lọ bọ́ kò ní jẹ́ pé oṣooṣù bí ẹ̀ka àwọn kan náà wà tán jẹ́ pé oṣooṣù supporter ni they are always there ọlọ́run ló ń bá single parent gbẹ́rù ẹ̀ ọlọ́run àbá ògbó yín gbẹ́rù yín lágbára ọlọ́run gbogbo tí bàtà ti ń ta yín lẹ́sẹ̀ ọlọ́run àbá òró tura sí we all go through one or two things tá a sì ń fẹ́ sọ ọ̀tọ̀ ọlọ́run àbá wa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ náà depressed kìíní ló máa jẹ́ fún yàn àdágbé àdáfà kò sígbà tí so depression pé oríṣiríṣi everybody lórí low moment wọn bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ àwọn míì chronic àwọn míì ò chronic but síbẹ̀ náà depression náà ni wọ́n ń pè. It is well. I love you all. You all should have a wonderful evening. Bye bye now.